Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show today. We're going to be talking a little bit about how to live stream from your smart controller, whether you're flying the Air 2, Air 2S, or any of the other Mavic drones. So let's get the show under the way, and it's time for a little bit of Artco humor. Alrighty. Yeah, I went to the doctor's the other day. I said, Doc, I swallowed some food coloring. And the doctor said, well, looks like you died a little inside. Uh, all right. Math teacher, if I have 5 bottles in one hand and 6 in the other hand, what do I have? Johnny said, a drinking problem. Dear alma mater, please don't send wealth management workshop invites for those who majored in creative writing. When my boss asked me who is the stupid one, me or him, I told him everyone knows he doesn't hire stupid people. I think my neighbor is stalking me. As she had been Googling my name on her computer, I saw it through my telescope last night. Just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I leave brownies in the oven while I nap. Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. I started out with nothing. I still have most of it. That awkward moment when you leave the store without buying anything, and all you can think is, act natural. You're innocent. I have a few jokes about unemployed people, but it doesn't matter. None of them work. Thank you. Thank you. Try the veal. I find it ironic. Colors red, white, and blue stand for freedom until they're flashing behind you. Alrighty, it's time to get this show underway, and let's get started with some real people here. Oh, yeah, I know. Alright, let's get this show going, and let's bring up my co host all the way from Liverpool, New York. Let's welcome Chuck. Welcome, welcome, Chuck. Good to see you.
Hey, Art.
We'll try not to keep you up too late tonight.
I've just been burning the candle at both ends, like, wow, editing. And then the new truck, I have to put all those accessories on the new truck because, well, the old truck got rolled. So I'm
Right.
putting it's like a repeat. I just put the hard tonneau on today. That took a couple hours. But anyway, yeah, good to be here. Big crowd already. Too.
Well, I was supposed to meet some friends for an early dinner. Evidently, there was some miscommunication. I showed up and they didn't. It turns out it was next weekend.
Oh, so you're pretty early.
The fish and chips were excellent, though.
You were kind of early, huh?
Well, we were supposed to meet at 3 o'clock, and I got there like 5 minutes early, and I waited till about 3:30, and I said, "Screw it, I'm going to eat because I gotta get back here and get the show going."
Yeah. So. Are you doing the show next week?
Oh, don't you know it's a drawing next week?
Oh.
Could you pull your mic a little closer?
No. Maybe.
There you go.
You know, I was going to use the Rode Wireless. I found out the Rode Wireless will work with this whole setup, but I think there's a tad bit of latency that's kind of like Japanese kung fu movie thing. I've been playing with it though, but I'm trying to figure out why that is, because they Rode says it should work great, and it would if it did.
No, cool.
I don't know how to fix the latency problem, Art. You know what I mean? There's a slight delay with the audio. It's not cool.
I'm going to say hello to Robbie, all the way from Belgium. Good night. Thanks for popping in. It's good to see you. David, Arizona Drone Dude. Warren, Eric Irashko. Jerry Bauer, all the way from down under, I believe. Okie Tom. Hey, Tom, good to see you. Johnny DRC. And Michael Blade, FPV. Chris Hope. Steve Mack. Oh, and some great news. I just revamped my Teespring. I've got more shirts, different colors, and I've got a different logo, which you saw in my intro. That's on the t-shirt, and underneath it says, "You drone?"
And I need to get some more Teespring stuff out there, too. I got my Tumblr.
I've got Tumblr. I got Tumblr on there. I got a mug. I've got, what else? Oh, pint glass. I have those for sale.
Cool. I need to get some pint glasses as well. Those are
and
good.
Phone covers. If you have an Apple or a Samsung phone, I have covers for those too. So go check them out.
There's a slight price increase with Teespring, but it's not Art's fault, nor is it my fault. It just is. Probably all those container ships sitting on circling California's coast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we could all say Joe did that.
Can't say that. All right.
Hey, Michael, Fly Zone Drones. Good to see you. Steve Mack, thanks for posting that. Just go click on that. That link will take you to my ArtCo Drone Solutions store. I have three different stores.
3 different stores?
Yeah, you know, when I first started and when I went to update it, I somehow started another store. And
yeah, three storefronts.
Then I had an Arts Place store too.
You have a chain of ArtCo Drone Solutions chain spattered about Colorado. 3 locations.
Also, please don't forget to leave a super chat if you like this content here. Throw me a few bucks. This helps out the store, so I could give away good stuff like this. Next week, I'm giving away a Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle.
Is it going to include the little go-to camera?
Nope, just the drone. It's just a drone. You got to have your own controller for it.
Yeah.
Controller not included.
Included. Go to not included.
Hey, it's only like 10 or 12 bucks on eBay.
You know, the video that you captured from the Go 2 looked really good in that mount on the drone.
Yeah.
And you're using digital now. You've gone digital.
Well, I'm still flying through the FPV camera.
You shared the footage from the Go 2, and it
Yeah,
looked
the
great.
Go 2
Great.
is separate. It's not.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
okay.
sorry. I forgot for a second. Yeah, it looked great though, Art. It was.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
It sustained no damage from a couple little bumps and bruises too.
Yeah, you know, I was trying to get my altitude. I was bouncing around a little bit. And,
did all right.
Yep.
Did better than I'll ever do. It was great. I was like, marked
and
improvement.
There's
man.
my PayPal if you want to leave a few bucks there. My channel is blowing up.
Well, all right.
I'm at 1490 right now. I'm 8 away from 1500.
Well, hand a few over, brother. Hey, I see Michael's in the chat from Fly Zone Drones. Their show got
good to see you. I'm sorry to hear your show is not going on tonight.
Last night, I think they had.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you very much. Okay, time to do. Okay, this is my version of Ken. This is.
I'm scared.
Okay, let's get that train going.
I'm scared to fly traditional.
Yeah, let's get that choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Thing. Okay, you gotta play the train music now. Chicka, 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 chicka.
Alrighty.
Chicka, chicka, chicka.
Thank you very much, Troy. I finally got everything working.
You did. And you
did. I added a few things.
You got a couple of newbies?
Oh, yeah, I know where the crying baby is.
Did you put a big red X on that? Mark the button with a red X. Do not press.
Yeah. So I've got a list. This is my list of where all the keypad over to my right. Number 1 is cash register and all that. And you heard my comedy. I was using the rim shot.
I was air drumming. The opening tunage, I was air drumming. That stuff is killer. I love that song. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that first song. It's pretty badass. I saw James is in the chat. What's he doing? Eating waffles instead of being
yeah, he's probably eating waffles. Hopefully he'll join us shortly. Yeah. Also, if you want to become a member for $1.99 a month, you could be a member of this great organization.
What? Take my mic off silence.
Hey, Lori, good to see you.
Maybe I should have Lori talk instead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good, Lori. You guys were great on that live stream the other night.
Lori was. Yeah, Lori was great. I just was. Lori was great, though. She got a lot of compliments on that. I mean, that was her first ever live stream. I mean, she's popped in, right? She's popped in, but she's a freaking natural.
Yes. Yes, she is.
You should see her work a camera. She did some, well, I guess you'll see tomorrow. She did some camera work and a little bit of vlogging while she was holding the camera yesterday, and it's good stuff. It didn't end up on the cutting room floor this time. It's solid, man. She's got skills. She's hired.
There you go. Well, tomorrow, the Flight Club, I think we're going to the Platte River, and we're going to be doing some, getting some cinematography. So tomorrow I'll get a chance to learn how, or to not learn, but to try live streaming.
I've never done it, Art. Let me know how it works out. I know you were.
It's not too hard. Mel's 400 AGL has a really good video on how to get this set up.
I had mine set up before, and I just then I had it set up. I tried it once a long time ago, and I was like, yeah, I don't really. I don't. It's not something I'm into, but I had it all working, and then you have to factory data reset the smart controller so darn
Right.
often to keep
Well,
it square.
here, I don't know if you could see
You
that,
can see
but
the screen, yeah.
down
Yep.
in the lower right-hand corner where the four things are,
Yeah, that takes you to
well,
your
you
app
click on
tray.
that,
Yeah,
and
it's your
that'll
app
bring
tray.
up all your apps.
Right. Yeah. I've had that thing for 3 years, Art.
Oh, there we go. And then you go over to, what's the name of it? Lightning browser.
Yeah.
And what you do is you go get the Chrome or the Google browser. You download the APK downloader, and then you get the APK version of either Google or Chrome. Download it to this, and then what you do is you go over to File, open it up, and that's where your download will be.
Yeah.
Click on that, and then you get set up your Google or Chrome browser, and then once you do that,
I thought you could just Facebook live stream if you download Facebook. Or does that not work anymore?
right, you could do it
It used to
with
work.
Facebook
You know,
as well.
APK Pure. APK
Yeah, that's
Pure
what I use.
is a great way to you can load that by grabbing it from the Lightning browser, download the app, and then you can sideload a bunch of cool stuff like that in there. There's also a way to load proper Google Play Store. There's a linky out there. I did it on mine a couple of times. It's a little tricky. You have to be very fast at the draw to push the buttons to accept the apps because there's like 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll have full proper Google on that thing if you want it. I had it going. It was cool.
And there's my YouTube, and you can tell it's mine because I already signed in.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
from there you could go in and
Live stream if
you
you
hit
want. I don't know why I'm so quiet. No idea. Well, let's see if we.
Yeah, you
Better?
might turn
Better?
up your volume a
We
little
just
bit.
did. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
I don't know, man. It was. I haven't changed anything. I don't know what the hell's going on. Something changed. Windows changed something. Windows never changes anything. We know this to be true.
There you go. Okay.
That better, T-Bird? A little better?
Oh, much better.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just pumped up the volume a little bit. Pump it up. Pump it up. Okay, good. Very good, very nice. Wow. I wonder who bumped the volume dial down. I have no idea. Had to be me. Yeah, right, drone shots. It helps turn the volume up.
And
I
Glenn, Thunderbird.
I used to be soft spoken, and then I got into this drone stuff, and now I'm a loudmouth.
That's what they said about crack, James. Well,
Once you go,
it's
yeah,
a wireless mouse.
I beg
have
to
to unplug it
disagree. I disagree with James. I used an Apple. What was it? What was that piece of crap I used in the freaking early '90s? Yeah, the Apple IIe or some piece of crap like that. And yeah, the comparative IBM PC was a piece of crap too. It was like an XT or something. But the XT was like kick ass compared to that piece of crap rotten fruit thing.
Right.
The M chip's a whole nother story though. The M chip's a rocket chip. M chip's badass. Keith's getting one of those.
See, I'm.
Yeah, right. Yep. Sure. Chuck, shut up.
See, I'm right to my channel. It says ArtCo
Yep.
Drone
And now,
Solutions.
yeah. Who just posted? You need to get a key to get it all to work.
Yeah, that's right. I think I have to do it before I do all this.
Through YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. You have to get Art, you could put StreamYards on that thing probably. I'll bet you could. Then you don't have to get a key. You can just use StreamYards.
Well, the problem with that is then I'm using up my
say no more. Right, yeah. You're cutting into your live time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Boy, I got the warning last week.
Well, that was like Jerry Lewis's freaking Labor Day telethon type thing going on. I thought we were gonna watch the sun come up again the next day when we're on so long.
Yeah, so I think what you have to do is, I think you have to set up something prior to doing this. Okay.
Yeah, I've never done it because I like to just there's too many distractions. If you have a spotter and stuff, I guess it's cool, but without having a spotter and a couple of other, I guess, people there on site with you, if you're pilot in command, there's just a lot to do. And I like to edit my footage anyway. I don't want to show the rough stuff. Probably for FPV it's fun though, right? I guess an FPV drone.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could live stream an FPV and watch Chuck. He hits the swing and
hit the swing set. Ed Ricker has been doing a lot of those with Shelby on Sunday nights. Oh. They've been doing the live. They like the chasing stuff. Right. I checked it out. Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Mm-hmm. Those guys. Well, Ed keeps hitting Shelby. He keeps taking him out of the sky, which is kind of funny. But Shelby flies a fixed wing. That thing is cool.
Yeah,
man. Those guys they're both really good. They're really good pilots. Both of them are just super skilled. It's really entertaining. Check it out sometime. It's usually like tomorrow night, right around. They fly into the dark too, Art. They start off when it's daylight and they fly right through dusk and into the dark. They were flying by moonlight.
Oh man, it's
crazy.
Yeah. So I've been watching. Did you watch James' latest video?
I haven't yet today because I was working on my truck all day. I was out wrenching on the new truck.
Well, he's got the main post up, and he was talking about how to get the cross beams that hold up the top. So
yeah, he did that all by himself. Remember he was talking about it last week.
Well, he got a little bit of help from the guys across the street where they're building those two houses.
Yeah,
they brought over a scaffolding, so to help him get that wood up, and then now he could do everything by himself.
Yeah. Get this a little better. Got terrible light.
And he's going to put shingles on, like he put on the house. Oh, my niece April Pohl. Aloha, April. April is in Maui. She's on her honeymoon right now. She just got married Wednesday. Got
Maui. Did she get Maui'd or married?
Both.
Well, if you get married on Maui, it's getting Maui'd.
Right.
You can get Lori and I were going to get re-Maui'd because we already got married. We're going to get re-Maui'd. But it's been a little tough to get back there lately the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But we're having more fun. We're having more fun in the UK anyway. The weather's completely the opposite of Hawaii, but it was complete polar opposite. Holy crap. But just as bumpy.
Yeah.
Maui's a nice, pretty bumpy place to visit too.
Well, my
lots of mountains.
Target date for the Philippines is February.
This February?
And it's February. My friends that I met over in the Philippines last time, this is how I met her cousin, my girlfriend's cousin. So they're going in February, so I thought, hey, we'll go at the same time. They actually bought a lot down the street from James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does April fly a drone? Did she bring a drone?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, Maui's a great place to fly a drone. I'll personally. I'll tell you that. It was awesome. I had a lot of fun flying there. Those are some of my some of my earlier video work is from that place. I'd love to redo it all, but now I can't because my hard drive went up in smoke.
I think if she started off with the Air 2, that would be a good drone for her to start with. Or better yet, something really cheap is the Tello.
The Tello?
Because then she could use her cell phone and fly that.
Yeah. Well, if you go to a place like Maui or Scotland or any place that's blustery, you're going to need a lot more power than that. But that's a great way to learn, though. When you're just at home and learning, the Tello would be awesome. A Mini 2 would be really great.
I got a link to the video of April's wedding. There are drone shots in it.
Of course there are.
It looks cool.
Yeah. If Lori and I get remarried, we'll make sure we have drone shots too. But who am I going to trust to fly it?
Yep. Oh, Alan says his wife will be in the Philippines for the next 5 weeks. Oh, nice. Well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some gutsy flying.
Mr. JRC, good to see you. And Andrew. Good to see you. I don't know which is that Andrew Bujold from Pusa Studio, or is that different?
I think so. I don't think so.
What do you think of the Mavic Mini 2?
The Mavic Air 2?
Yeah. Well, I like the Air 2. I really like it. And that's both of those drones will work with the
Smart
Controller.
Yeah, I love the Mini 2.
Mini 2, the good thing about that is it's small and it's really easy to carry.
Stealthy,
but the Air 2
quiet.
Is just a little bit bigger, and it's quiet as well.
Yeah, but being sub 249 gram is, it's sub 250. It's like it weighs in with stickers and all the filters and stuff on it like 248. I mean, it's so it's legit. And that gets you under the radar as far as flying without so much regulation. It's cool. Then it's just common sense. Just fly, and it's pretty good. Even in some decent wind, it still handles well.
Sorry to hear about that, Alan. How durable is the Mini 2?
It's spindly.
Yeah.
It's spindly. Just don't crash it. You'd be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you see the Mavic 3 pictures? Those arms look pretty spindly.
Yeah, I did.
They're small.
Yes, I will try, April. I got the video. I got it downloaded and saved. So all I have to do, I think I still have some blank DVDs that I could burn it to.
I think I have blank Blu-ray discs that I haven't used.
You know what? Let's see. I've got an Asus.
Not the double layer ones, but like the single layer ones. They're like 25. Are they 25? I forget now. Should use those. They don't get better with age. All those DVDs, CDs, Blu-rays. They have that dye on them that I guess after 10 years goes like belly up.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'll still have it digitally on my computer. I'll probably put it on a flash drive and mark it April's wedding. Don't fucking lose it.
Don't effing lose it. I need to. Yeah. They're gonna they're gonna break. Yeah. Johnny, you're right. The Mavic 3 is spindly. Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah, they look thin.
Yeah. I don't think they're carbon fiber or anything either.
Solidly built if they're like
DJI. Yeah, solidly built. Like this thing. Yeah, they look big. fiber reinforced Chinese plastic. Yeah, don't hit anything with it. You'll be fine. That's what I always say, right? Don't hit anything. You'll be fine. Hit something. Yeah. Open wallet. That's all. It's only all it takes is money to get it flying again. Oh, the chip shortage. Yeah, there's all kinds of shortages now. It's crazy.
Bought over 200 recordable DVDs about the Find the Time, External. Yeah. That's about right. Hey, Matt Bagwell, good to see you.
Mr. Matt?
Yep, that's
Mr.
right,
Crowley
April. It's getting windy and she's getting sandblasted.
Is she down in Kihei? She sounds like she's in Kihei.
Yeah, I think.
Where are you, April? Are you up in Kanapali? Are you are you down in Kihei? You're probably not around the other side of the island, the rainforest side, like, Hana. What? Yes, what? I said too many choices. Yes, what?
What?
She said yes. I'm waiting for her to say yes, what? Where? That's Maui for you. Lori remembers when I had the Mavic. I had the Mavic Pro at the time, and I went to a beach in Kihei near Kamuli Sands, and it was so windy. We were getting the sand in our face too, and I wanted to fly the drone. I was like, yeah, no, not today.
Uncle Bill,
okay,
hey,
I know
Bill
that place.
Romaine, good to see you.
April, are you gonna go to Little Beach? April, do you know what Little Beach
Glenn.
is?
Okay.
I'm having a conversation with April now. I'm waiting for the answer. Is she gonna go to Little Beach?
Mendez Drone Ops, good to see you.
Tomorrow night's a good night to go to Little Beach for the sunset, because they do a sunset ceremony there, which is pretty cool.
She's
they have like
coming
a whole
home
drum
on
thing.
Tuesday.
So she has Sunday. She can go to Little Beach tomorrow night, and she should go to Little Beach. It's on the for the sunset thing. It's not clothing optional, like it normally is.
Oh, she went to McKenna.
McKenna, yeah. She's been there a whole week? How long she been?
I think 12 days altogether.
Ooh, you can do a lot in 12 days. Hope she went horseback riding. Mendez Ranch.
She brought her daughter came with her, and her boyfriend.
She has 2 more days. You have 2 more days. So let's see. What haven't you done? If you haven't done a sunset cruise on Ali Nui, you can do that. You can go horseback riding at Mendez Ranch over near it's over towards the airport, coming up the backside from Kalalui. That's epic. Tell them Chuck and Lori sent you. Ask for Butch. Butch is the best guide ever. What else? You gotta go to Mick Fleetwood's place up in Lahaina. No, I'm not in California.
Christmas shopping. Shop at my store.
I'm in New York.
And April says, oh, God, her booty is sore from right. Oh, she has been.
She did. Nice. Yeah, and don't forget the zip line. Have to go zip lining.
There you go.
Yep.
They've got that in the Philippines over at Chocolate Hills on Bohol.
Oh, really?
That is a real pretty island.
I bet. She went snorkeling. I bet she went to Molokini, didn't she, April? April went to Molokini, I bet, to go snorkeling.
Oh, she went snorkeling.
Yeah, she probably went to Molokini and is it Turtle Bay or what the hell is it called? It's been so long.
Oh, there was a turtle there in one of the photos that they.
Yeah, you see them off of Kihei all the time. They're always paddling around.
Mm-hmm.
Onu's called Onu.
Oh, no, she said she's
next time. I want to go back. We've been there. I don't know. Lori and I've been there. What, Lori? 8 times? I think 8 times. So yeah, we've logged some frequent flyer miles there. Cool island.
Oh, that's right. My merch doesn't get stuck on ships in the ocean.
Cool. It's not stuck in containers?
Yep. Now, I've been to Kauai.
That's spelled
That
wrong.
is a beautiful island.
It's spelled wrong, but I get what he's saying.
I've been to 3 islands. I went to Oahu, Hawaii, and the Big Island, Hawaii.
The Big Island.
Yeah.
I can't believe Lori and I were so close. Maui's on top of Lanai and Molokai, and we never got over to those two. And I don't even know if you can go over to them as readily as you could before. They used to have they had like a ferry over to one of them.
They got ferries. They've got short plane rides.
You know they have transponders on the tiger sharks.
Oh,
did you know that? You can track the tiger sharks off the coast.
Oh, cool.
Well, they're man-eaters, so I guess they kind of like to know where the hell they are. It's pretty cool they track them, though.
Yeah, I see Ron just about every week on the different live streams. Now, Ron just moved. He lives in Wyoming now. So his drive to work is a lot shorter. And he's in a really pretty spot. He's near a great big reservoir up there. It's between Sundance and Gillette. He's over close to Devil's Tower. Yep. So nice to hear that he bought a house there. Harley, FPV, good to see you.
Country we haven't seen. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, hey Harley, and there's Bill. Bill popped in.
Mr. Bill, Mr.
Bill on a Saturday night.
Mr. Bill.
That's what I was thinking.
Michael McReynolds, I love your rap.
Bill, you talking about Kona Brewing on the Big Island? Because Maui Brewing's on the Big Island too now. And then there's Kahola is where Maui Brewing used to be up towards Lahaina. That's a cute little place. Kahola is whale in Hawaiian.
Well, I've been drinking that Filipino coffee. Boy, that stuff's good.
Oh, that was when we were last in Maui. I was still drinking coffee like crazy. Yeah, we had some kick-ass coffee over there.
So now you don't drink coffee. What, did you become a Mormon or something?
No, I just don't drink caffeinated coffee anymore because it was screwing me up. So I miss it, but I drink the decaffeinated stuff, which I always laughed at people who drank it. Now I laugh at myself for drinking it. But yeah, it put my cardio in overdrive. It was kind of like, my heart didn't like it.
Oh, you don't drink coffee, April? You gotta find the right kind of...
It's yucky.
You gotta find the right kind of creamer to put in. I always got the white chocolate mocha creamer.
I am not... No, Andrew, I'm not Hawaiian. I gotta get over and see 808, though. 808 State is like... he's on the Big Island, I think.
Yeah. I think he is.
I gotta get over and see that guy.
Robert Glazer, good to see you.
He could probably teach me how to fly this FPV drone. I should bring the FPV over and spend some time with that guy. Hang loose with him. He'd probably get me up in the air proper. Mm-hmm. Say, Chuck, take it up high over the ocean. It'll be fine, man. Be fine, man. brother. And then they say brother.
Brother,
Yeah. He's a cool dude. He was... God, we haven't had him on the live stream. I think Keith and I are going to have to have him on again. He's a cool dude.
There you go.
His channel's blowing up, too.
That's good. Boy, that was weird. In the last week, all of a sudden, my channel I'm like, oh, okay, so nice. I'm at 1440. I'm going, oh, good. It's staying above 1440. And I'm like, 1450. And then all of a sudden it's like 1470, and just a couple days ago it was at 1490. I'm like 8 away from 1500.
Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah, so
Mine's slow. Lori's on my channel slow, but we're just starting to get in the groove, so we'll be all right. We got our
get in
community.
that groove and keep putting out content, and you'll get there. It takes time.
Long road, man. It's all uphill too. Long uphill climb. It's a mountain. But since Lori and I are over 500 subs, we got our community tab last week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
So what can you do with the community tab? What does that mean?
You can do polls, and you can just do little. You can send little messages to your subscribers, and they can write back, and in a public
cool.
kind of. It's cool. I think. Was it Johnny Drone Flyer didn't even know he had that fired up because he didn't even know, because that's usually something that comes at 1,000 subs. But I think it's a pretty powerful tool. I just have to be careful not to overuse it, because I think it'll probably. I have a tendency of writing too much, talking too much, everything too much, spending too much.
Well, thanks for coming in, April, and have a safe trip, and
enjoy the rest of your stay.
See you when you get back.
Yeah, but she has 2 more days on the island, so she can do a lot more cool stuff. Zip line.
That's right.
Zip line.
Oh, and this month, or this past cycle, was a really good cycle for AdSense money.
Oh wait, April, go see the sunrise over Haleakala if you still have time. It's awesome. You gotta leave about 3:30 in the morning though.
That's what she said, Bill.
I'm not touching that one. I'm going to be a good boy today.
And that sounds like an MC Hammer tool song. Dun, 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 dun.
Hammer time.
Can't touch it. Don't want to touch it.
Hammer time.
Yep. I used to do a bit about... I do a parody called
Mr. JRC's doing jokes. You see that? He burned his pizza today. He should have done it at a low hot temperature.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good one.
My joke was MC Hammer is doing a commercial for Etzlat called Too Legit to Shit. Hammer time. I used to do jokes like that. Famous people doing commercials.
Should I tighten down the screws on this one? Get it proper?
There you go.
Should I make it proper FPV and actually fly in manual mode? Everybody's gonna say yes. What are you waiting for?
Good start.
You chicken. Bark, 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 bark. It's like,
Well, with
Marty
this
McFly.
guy, I'm still flying in stabilized mode until
That's
I feel
probably what I should be learning on instead of this expensive, silly ass thing.
Yeah, once you get that, and then go into Horizon before you go full accurate.
So that's the next step, right?
Yeah.
Go to
Just
Horizon,
kind of take little
baby steps.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Well, you're doing well. So whatever you're doing, Art, you're doing well, because it looked really good. Looked pretty smooth.
Well, we went to a different spot in the park. We went further back to where it was more open, and there weren't as many trees, and evidently, I guess the maintenance people were driving their little their carts out there, and it left a track in the grass. So that was my guide for flying around. That big tree, that was the furthest I could fly. And when I start breaking up, I would whip around that tree and come back and go past, and because I wanted to find out what my maximum range was.
So how many minutes did you get out of a pack?
Oh, I get a little bit longer than with the Tiny Hawk 2. I think I get about close to 3.5, 4 minutes.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So how many do you
But
bring?
here's the deal: is it takes 2 of those 1-cell batteries.
Okay.
It runs them, I guess, in series, and it gets
Doubles
held
the
down with
voltage.
this
Yeah. In
strap.
series, you double the voltage.
Yeah.
Yep. How many do you bring, or do you just charge them on? Do you charge them all like charge?
No,
a
I
couple
charge
while
them like the night before.
You bring a lot.
Yeah.
Like 10 packs.
Yeah, I got about 8 packs. Yeah.
So you're good for about 20 minutes then, pretty much, of in the air time.
Now,
That's
when
decent,
I
I guess.
first started flying with the Insta 360 Go 2,
Yeah.
this is inside the case. Anyway, we put it in HDR mode, and it was giving me that annoying vertical video.
I haven't seen that. You mean it was actually doing like for
Well,
shorts, like 19 by 6 instead of 16 by 9?
Yeah, something like that. And so, but
I mean,
later
9
on,
by
the
16,
later
9 by
videos,
16. 9 by 16
Yeah.
instead of 16 by 9. Sorry.
the later videos, they were the regular format. So that worked out really.
I didn't.
Oh, Ken Hoppower, all the way from Places here. Good to see you.
Hey, Ken. I didn't realize that
Gene
HDR
Fox.
did that. That it would cause the basically the ratio to go like this, right? Like cell phone
I
mode?
didn't either, and that
What the
was like,
heck?
I was thinking, oh great, Ken Heron's going to give me crap about that.
Oh, Lori saw the sticker on the bottom of my Tumblr. She said Mini Pearl. See it down there?
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Florida. It is Adrian Mateo. He likes to be in the dark.
In the dark.
How's everybody doing today? What's going on,
I'm
Joe?
doing pretty good.
Hey, Adrian. Long time no see, brother.
Yeah, it's been a little while. How you doing, Art?
I'm doing pretty good. How's the little one doing?
That's what I was going to
Little
ask.
one is doing great, driving me nuts, just being a baby.
You
Yeah.
have to do any forehand diaper changes yet?
I have to go ahead and do upper hand, overhand.
I mean, when it takes four hands to clean up the
right.
mess. I mean, when you and her have to clean up the mess together, it takes four hands to clean up. That's a forehand diaper change.
Yeah, everything. How you doing, man? Just joining up. Robert Glazier, Jim's joining. How you doing, buddy?
And watch out for those surprise fountains.
Yes,
I
unfortunately.
got the pediatrician when I was born with one of those. My mom still laughs about it.
Hey, Steve Mack, how you doing, buddy? What's going on, Uncle Bill Toys? Uncle Bill, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing all right, man.
He's
Not bad.
causing
What you doing, sir?
trouble. Billy's causing trouble tonight a little bit. It's a good group.
Yeah, we got a good group tonight.
32, I think.
32, that's pretty good. Last week we got up to 42.
Did you hit 42? I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay, that was.
Mhm.
I didn't see it bump at 42.
How you doing, Gene Fox, Remountain joining? Hey, Jody, John Shots, how you doing, buddy?
Carolina Air Shots, good to see you.
Michael McRae, how you doing, bro? I don't know if you guys been paying attention to the YouTube when anybody put up any kind of information in their community tab, but when it comes to my live stream, I'm actually going to change it up just a little bit. So, a couple of changes on my stream, you know. Yeah, I'm not really going to say much. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, just give them a little bit of the sizzle and not steak.
Yeah,
There you go. A little bit of sizzle.
Exactly.
A little
How
bit
you
of
doing,
sizzle.
Drumfuse Media? Hey, Carolina Air Shot. How you doing, buddy? Yep. Robert Glazier. Hey, man. How you doing? But yeah, just gonna kind of change it up just a little bit. Chuck, Art, everybody in the chat. Stay tuned that my stream comes on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's around the same time you're gonna be off, right? Art, or you're gonna be on a little bit later.
Well, I'm going to try and keep it under 3 hours. I think we're 2.5. I think because this guy here, he gets sleepy. He's a sleepy. He's going to be like Kelly Green. You know,
Maybe.
he can't stay past 2 hours.
Well, it's Saturday night. I don't want to be on TV all night.
Saturday night, it's the most social night of the week.
My family is doing all right, Robert Glacier. Thank you for asking, man. Kids are growing. My brand new baby, pretty much, she already gained. Oh my God, the pounds are coming in quick. She don't even look the same anymore from the time she was born. She look a little different.
Right.
Her facial just changing. You know what I mean? She gaining weight. She's just a pain in the ass, but I love it. I love every second of it. Thank you, Matt Bagwell. I appreciate you, sir. If you could go ahead and let everybody else know to go ahead and jump on in, join me. Let's talk about drones. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to talk about. Let's just be respectful to each other. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing I ask for.
Yep. That's what we do here.
Yep. Usually.
So, Mr. Chuck Kovacshian, how's everybody? How you doing, man?
Good. I'm still sad that I'm back from Scotland, but I've been reliving it, editing and editing and editing and editing and editing and editing.
I'm assuming that you got a bunch of freaking videos, bunch of content. You don't even know where to start at.
I did pick a spot to start. I'm working on it, but it's there's a lot of stuff.
All right, so I got a question for you, Chuck. Did you or did you not get rid of your DJI FPV drone? Yes or no?
No, it's here. It's
okay,
right
great. Thank you. Because
it's sad though because it's not getting any flight time, but it needs to.
Thank you, because there's a lot of people that have literally gotten rid of it. I really don't understand why. Because the damn bird, it's fucking.
I was going to ask you about it, Adrian, because last time we talked, you were getting another cable for the power cable for your headphones. Your goggles was goofy.
Chuck, you are late.
I know.
You are late on everything, sir. You've been gone for a long time, just having fun with you and the family, doing whatever it is you're doing.
It's true.
Playing peekaboo, whatever you're doing, you are late on everything.
Yep.
So
well, this thing hasn't had. This, I think Lori's gonna fly this thing. That's what's gonna happen.
Ooh, yeah.
I keep saying it, but it's really gonna. Lori's probably gonna end up being the FPV pilot because I suck at it. Basically,
it just takes a lot of practice. I sucked at it at first. You know, when I got the Buds 3, that was basically flying FPV because there's no GPS, no stabilization. But having a camera on it, that gives you a different perspective, and that I think that helps you to fly. Where my friend Rick Enstrom, his grandson, he just flies line of sight. That's all he does with his little drones. He doesn't have
the goggles.
Drones that have a camera on, or he's wearing goggles. I'm like going, dude, you gotta have the goggles, man. It gives you a whole different perspective.
Yeah, the goggles are cool. And Robert, I don't have the patience for it, man. It took me like all this time to get respectable at flying a GPS drone, which I'm pretty proud of the footage I get now. But the FPV, I don't know.
Question, Art. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And Chuck,
you're all good.
I'm using my camera and my microphone on my Mac computer. How do I sound? How do I look? Does it look crappy or do I look all right?
No, you look great.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you sound decent. Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So my like I look all right? I look okay, or do I look?
Yeah.
Choppy?
No, you got a little bit of motion blur when you swing your hand around like that, so you know your frame rate's not ridiculously fast.
Unfortunately, my piece of shit internet is not the greatest, as you all know. But I am trying something new. You know, trying to speed up the little, you know what I mean, the little bit of bandwidth, just a little bit. Hopefully, it will stay, will stay up. That's pretty much it. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you. Go ahead.
No, it's all working. I had nothing more to say. I was just
Looks
whining about
great.
FPV.
You look a
Here.
little dark. If you had light
Well,
shining on your face,
I don't
it,
know. It
might.
seems like.
I only got my ceiling.
Oh, okay.
I don't have my little ring light, which I'm about to start setting up in a minute.
Oh, there you go. Now I just bought one of these mounts. Okay,
Now you
I
talked him into
bought
it. See, you talked him into it, Art. What the heck, man?
I bought one of these mounts to put on my Bugs 3. So I got to figure out how to get the base connected to the upper shell, and once I do that, I think that'll look really cool on the Bugs 3.
Do it up. Do it.
Yep. Then I got to make a little doodad to hold the battery, and so it doesn't slide out the back.
Yeah, that's always bad. Hey, there's Chris at Sunrise.
Hey,
What's
Chris,
going on,
good to see you. Yep.
Chris is trying to get me to fly through the swing sets, but really, the swing set flight's going to be done by the girl downstairs. Right, Lori? Lori's probably She's probably already typing with the delay prong. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Knowing Lori.
Does that look better?
Oh, yeah, it's way brighter.
Yeah, you look a lot better.
Lot
Don't
brighter.
look like you're in a cave like you did before.
I think I need to get a ring light. I'm using, like, more conventional
Chuck,
lighting.
you look fine.
Oh, no, I meant the ring light. I'd like to get one so, like, isn't the perfect thing about that? You can look through it to see the...
Yeah.
Right.
How you doing, Chris, Mr. Sunrise Water Media? How you doing, buddy? Johnny DRC is in the house.
All right, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. It's James, my PI dream. All right, I gotta do.
They don't sound like tiki drums.
You're gonna get 2 fingers. Hold on. You're gonna go get 2 fingers. Hold on, 2 fingers. 2 fingers.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning.
That's it.
It's like tiki drums.
Can you hear me? Can you
No.
Yeah,
can't
we
you.
hear you. Yeah.
Kidding.
hear me? Okay.
Kidding.
Oh,
Just kidding.
I'm like Adrian. I'm using the Mac everything. I saw Adrian pop in this morning. I said, let me jump in before he gets out because Adrian, you're saying about your show starts at 9 and you're like, oh, that's just enough time for.
Ooh, he's got a delay on the audio. James has an audio delay.
You have a delay?
Maybe.
Just a tiny bit.
That's the problem I'm having with my Rode Wireless Go 2s when I use them as a monitor mic for this stuff. It's like there's a little bit of a latency thing. It's weird.
Well, you're going through. Let's try this. I don't know where I change it. Oh, down here. Let's try.
I don't know if you can, James. I mean, I struggle with it too at times. I don't know what the hell.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the. I'm on the AirPods right now. That's the mic. So I'm gonna go to the Mac. Okay, I'm on the MacBook now. Can you hear me?
Oh, much better.
Well, it's synced up now, but yeah, it's synced up. I actually think the audio quality was better with the AirPods, but there's that little bit of a. That's the same problem I have with the wireless mic that I use with the Rode Wireless Go 2. There's like it's like a fraction of a second, so it's just like almost like a Japanese kung fu movie.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier. I saw Adrian pop in, and normally what I do is I bring the fancy mic like you guys have, like the DJ mic, and that usually works really good. But I wanted to get in before Adrian took off, and let him know I've been trying to get on. He sends me the invitation every week for his show too, and I haven't been able to get because
we always run late.
That guy there, and that guy over there. They don't want to get off in 2 hours, so we end up doing 3 and 3.5 hours on both of these guys.
I'm okay with 2 hours. Wait, let the record show I'm okay with 2. 2 would be like okay, yeah, done at 9. That'd be great.
Me. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't really.
He's killing stuff over here. It's fine. I'm sorry. You can't pay for this comedy. This is great.
Hey, good morning to everybody in the chat also. So yeah, I'm not dissing you, man. I try to come on, but we're usually. I think the last one was just a little over 3 hours, and the one before that one's like 3.5 hours. And but you're
Oh
waiting
no, we had the one a couple weeks ago was 4 hours.
Yeah,
4
that
hours.
was the
I know,
one
it's
when I
like-
was still
it's
like
crazy
jet
to me.
lagged back from vacation.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think I'm gonna have a hard time staying up tonight. Can we keep it short? Yeah, Chuck, we'll only make it 4 hours. What the frick, man?
And I didn't realize until I got your invitation, Adrian. Yours isn't like what we're using here, like StreamYard direct recording on YouTube. You do Zoom, right? Zoom?
Yeah, I used to do StreamYard, but I actually switched to Zoom.
I got confused when I got your link. I said, "Is this a going to be a live stream, or is this going to be like a conference call kind of thing?" So I was confused on the last
it's still
one.
a live stream because it's still going to go through YouTube.
Mm.
The cool thing with
All right,
StreamYard
guys.
is you don't have to.
So you can connect Zoom.
Uh-oh, what art?
To the live stream on YouTube.
Hold on,
Yeah.
the host wants to
That
speak.
I didn't know that. I just learned something today.
It's time for Toffee giveaway.
26 is taken. And by the way,
Oh, man.
26
All right,
is
everybody, pick a number between 1 and 50, and only one number, please.
and 26 is
22.
significant
Damn it,
because
Thunderbird.
26 is significant because that happens to be the day in October when I was born.
14. 14.
Happy birthday to
14.
me in 2 days.
Put your number in, Adrian. Did you put your number in?
I am about to do it right now.
All right.
14, 1, 4. Nobody pick it. Hold on. Give me a minute.
Quickly.
Come on, you stupid damn system. Let's go. Come on, you son of a bitch. Okay. Hold on. Sorry.
I'm sorry, James. It's killing me. Off my waffles.
No, we're done. We're done with the waffles, but it's like
my number's in 14. My number's in.
It's fly season.
well, it's
There we
it's
go.
rainy season.
All right,
It's raining.
everybody.
And the flies kind of
We're
let you know
closing
you're gonna get
the
rain.
window. It is time
Hold all
to
bets.
spin that window.
I think Adrian got the last one in there. He snuck in under the wire, Adrian.
Yeah, there's definitely too many bugs here. There's too
Lori.
many bugs, reptiles. Man,
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to spin that wheel. Let's give it a spin.
Whoa!
The winner
Whoa.
is number 1.
Wow!
Nobody picked number one.
oh,
Who's closest?
I'm-
There's 7.
Well,
Mendez is
that's
7.
the first.
No,
That's
you
amazing.
have to do it again. Nobody picked one.
Michael McReynolds picked 0.
yeah, but that's not one of the numbers.
I won.
Yeah, I think 7's closest. Mendez has 7. I don't see anything closer.
All right, let's.
Double check my work, but I don't see anything closer.
I believe you are correct. So, congratulations, Mendez. Drone Ops, you are the winner. And here is my email. Send me your address, and I will ship that out to you.
Wow.
All right.
0.
Cool.
Bagel. That's what my buddy used to call it in engineering school. He'd say 0 was bagel.
And don't forget, next week is the big drawing for the Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle.
Yay.
Be there. Should have a nice big crowd by then. Yeah. Cool.
I
But
might
you're,
be
you're
drunk.
growing now. You're growing. When you first started out this morning, you had like 30 something people in the.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think 32, 33
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, at the opening, very big.
Yeah, he's rocking it now. Art's
Yep.
rocking, man.
Last week I got 42, which was really good.
Where are you at
Mm-hmm.
right now?
And
What are
I'm
you
up
doing
to 1492
You're holding.
of subscribers.
It's a good year.
Right now,
Sailed
so-
the blue in 1492.
Mhm.
That's when we got on rickety boats to escape England.
No,
Adrian,
they went from Spain, not
That's right.
England.
That's
That's
right.
the Pilgrims you're thinking.
oh, weird thing with the
Yeah,
Air 2S.
you're right.
I took it up because I actually did. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. Because I haven't had for the whole build of this. Well, it's still being built. The pavilion in the background. I haven't had the drone until that controller came in, and then I got
I got to take
the
the mini
controller
pearl
didn't
sticker
work,
off.
and now the controller's working. So the day before yesterday was the first time I brought it up to get some aerial views
Right?
of what's going on back here. But I had a problem because
Problem.
all I did was when it was inside the house. When it was in the house, remember, it wouldn't connect before. That was because we had the firmware mismatch and all that kind of stuff.
All that crazy stuff.
So
Yeah.
in the house, it said connected, and I was like, "Oh, I'm confident now. Everything, life is good. I'm going to be able to use this." But I never took it out for a test flight. So the day
There,
before
Laura, you
yesterday,
happy?
I took it out for the test flight, and it wouldn't connect again. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" And the first thing it said was, "There's an updated firmware version." Now I don't know why it connected before, just because there's a new firmware. Why is it not letting it connect
You mean it
until
won't
I
link?
install the firmware?
It won't
It
link?
wouldn't link. It
I've
wouldn't link.
had.
So
I want to tell you, James, I've had challenges switching from Mavic 2 Pro, which is on Go 4, to on the Smart Controller, to the Mini 2, which is on Fly, where either one of them might not link. So, and I've had it happen.
I
Just
never.
going, Mini 2 is linked. I flew it. I turn everything off. I go to another location. I fire everything up, and the Mini 2 won't link. So this sounds similar to the problem I'm having, where it's like, what the best way to get it to connect? Turn on the Smart Controller, then turn on the drone.
Don't have the
Then,
Smart Controller yet. Remember, that's not
oh, I
in
thought you
yet.
did. Oh, okay, well then
Well,
I
I
can't
ordered
explain
it.
what's going on.
Remember,
I can't explain what's going on with your stuff. Then that's bizarre. Because I've
yeah,
never had a regular
I come.
RC give me these kinds of headaches like the Smart Controller does.
Yeah, Adrian, I got the. I went ahead and I fell for the rest of you guys. I fell in for the
Hey,
whole
JDS,
marketing of the Smart Controller. So it's on the way.
it's awesome,
It's on that
but
slow
it's
boat from
also
China.
yeah, it's on the slow boat from China. Well, it's awesome, but
Yeah.
it's also DJI, so it's
Well,
has
I got to
bugs.
tell
You
you.
need a fly swatter for it to kill the bugs. Just hit it a few times with your fly swatter; it'll take care of it.
I got to tell you, it's a bittersweet relationship I have with DJI. I love the quality of their products, but I hate the control that DJI has over you with some of the things that you want to do with your hardware. Because, like for instance, it wouldn't let me fly until I updated the firmware. As soon as I updated the firmware, life was good. Uh, you should be able, if you are stuck on an older firmware version, older app version, stuff like that, they shouldn't have the, and I don't know, maybe they do, maybe it's just an anomaly with my system. They shouldn't have where they can tell you you can't do anything until you do this, until you conform to our latest version of this firmware or software or whatever.
Is there
So
any
I don't like that.
manufacturer that doesn't do that? I mean, like,
Unfortunately, James, that's just the way it is, buddy. You're gonna have to get used to it.
is Altel like
Yeah.
that too? I'm guessing they are.
Well, I mean, I do have the Altel Evo 2, and
Is it like
for a
that?
very long time, I've been hearing that they also have the whole geofencing, but I guess they do, but they don't. So now they're actually changing everything around to where now you're gonna have to put up with the bullshit that DJI has also with the Altel Evo. So it is what it is, James. It sucks, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, you either fly or you don't. They really don't give a damn. People can still buy their drones anyway. You know what I mean?
Kazoon tight.
I just guess it's something we'll have to live with.
Yeah, how you doing, Akira?
Yeah.
It is, Jim, and it sucks for everybody because I mean, for example, I've stayed in plenty of hotels where I didn't even know I'm close to a damn hotel, and the only drones that I picked up that day, DJI. So when I fire it up, guess what? I can't do nothing.
You can't do anything. You can't even take off and go 1 meter off the
It
ground. It
won't
won't even
even
let you
let
do
it
that.
won't even let you. It
Yeah.
won't even let you on the motors.
We went to at the beginning of the pandemic. We went at the very beginning, before we even knew it was a pandemic, before this was all called pandemic, we went to Palawan, which is one of the top tourist destinations in the Philippines. And we went to this town where it has some of the best rock formations and right on the seaside, right on the ocean. And I pulled my drone out. I got in a big parking lot, and like I said, I got to get and we were probably about 5 kilometers away from a private airport. And I was far enough away, and where I was flying was right next to the rock formation where I planned on flying. And that's exactly what happened to me. It said, nope, you're in a restricted flying area. Would not let me lift off right there. And I'm like, that would have been the best shot that I got out of all of the shots that we got when we went to Palawan.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Well, I had a hell of a time getting the Mini 2 to go up in the air where I was trying to fly in Scotland in one spot because the stupid smart controller refused to link with the aircraft like I was just describing to you. It refused to link. And it took me like 5 minutes to get it to link. And you're trying to be covert because the place where I wanted to fly wasn't exactly a place where I was supposed to be flying. And the thing, when it links, it goes beep, 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 at like 1,000 decibels, It's like, let's be a little more obvious here. Anyway, I did get it to link, but I don't know what I did to get it to link. All my normal tricks didn't work.
Well, I'll tell you something I did on this new one. I said, well, I'm going to conform. I'm going to conform to all the things that DJI wants you to do.
Update everything, get it all done.
I'm going to do all the updates. I'm going to do
Good boy, Jim.
The latest
say?
for the geofencing stuff, the whatever they call that, the places that you can fly. I did everything. I said, I'm going stock DJI in this one right here because I screwed around with the Phantom 4 Pro, and now it's not even working anymore with all the tweaks and things that I did to that. It's not even working.
The only thing I don't update is the fly base.
I'm going full DJI on this one and conform to everything. And I even set the thing that I even set on the configuration settings where it says if there is an aircraft in proximity of where you're flying, it will, and they have one of their things turned on, it will tell you that there is like a commercial or private or airplane inside. So I went ahead and set that on. And it did. It did.
Oh, really? I didn't know that worked.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know if that worked beyond the United States. That's cool.
I didn't eat. Well, we're right next to a air base. It's a Philippine Air Force base. Ferdinand Air Base is Fernando Air Base is probably, I'm going to say, I don't know, 10, 15 kilometers from here, around 10 to 15 kilometers, something like that. And I was here at my pool, and even that's close enough because there's trainer. As a matter of fact, you'll probably hear, if I stay on long enough, you're doing formation flying this morning here. They got formation of six planes, and they're constantly going around. As a matter of fact, we are a vector for their flying pattern here. They go directly over the top of our house. And the other day, when I turned everything, I connected, I was about to take off, it said private or some type of aircraft in proximity. Be careful. But it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me. It just gave me awareness, situational awareness. That was cool.
Cool.
It's cool if it gives you time to get, down out of the way.
Well, they fly because we're so close to the base. They're trainers, and they're single prop trainers. Right. So they actually fly within the elevation, the height that DJI's drone will go, because we can go 500 meters. That's the max out of the box that'll allow you to go.
500 meters?
And 500 meters, yeah.
And
the planes are under. They're flying under 500 meters.
I thought it was 400 feet. Well, 120 meters.
500 meters.
500 meters is way the hell up there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it's actually the drone can fly above the trainers.
Yeah, that's like way above. I mean,
So that's why I'm glad they have that sensor that where it connects to the plane, and they do that. The Air Force here, they have it where it sends out that signal.
Yeah.
and let
Recovery
you know.
One drone says 1,600 feet. Yeah, that's flipping. It's crazy high.
So what's your
400 feet above
restriction?
ground level.
That's
Yep.
it. Well,
Yeah.
I wonder why it's different. I wonder why.
Well,
it's, 'cause I
there are
didn't
some
change anything.
exceptions. Like I think, but the rules keep changing. It used to be if you were 107, you could fly 400 feet above a structure if you were like
Yeah.
within a certain distance and things like that. But yeah, that's James. That's way up there, man. I mean, you're
It is.
way up
And
there.
sometimes with the clouds here, because we have it's rainy season. It's
You'll be
rainy
above the
season right
clouds.
now. Yeah, it goes up above the cloud. And you don't see. You can't see the ground because you're above the heavy clouds up here sometimes.
And Lon says, "Read the effing manual."
Mm.
Lon, I don't read
No.
manuals, dude.
I
Sorry,
don't read
man.
manuals either.
I'm a guy. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm a guy who has an engineering degree, so I don't read anything.
Yeah, I do the same. I do the same thing. I get a brand new tool for my projects here: table saw, router, planer.
Yeah.
And I look at it like this.
I don't want to
and
read
if I
that.
can
The print's
figure
too
out
small
visually-
anyway. Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
I have
was
to
putting
tell
my-
James all the safety stuff to do. Like, don't stand behind the joiner with the piece of wood unless you
No.
want the piece of wood to kick you back in the gut.
No, man. I've gone since I've been here. I've gone full Filipino. This is my safety shoes right here. This is my steel-toed safety shoe. And I got to tell you, back there, we're still working on the roof right now. And when the guys come to us, you were talking about earlier. I don't do this whole thing myself. I do as much as I can myself. Most all the wood, because it came from we went from a tree. We cut it with the when I say we, I had somebody else do that. They cut the tree down. They took a chainsaw and they trimmed it to squareness, to my specifications, and I took it from there and ran it through the joiner, the planer, did all the stuff after that. So it's not a one-man band kind of an operation right here. I could not do something of this scope by myself. It's impossible. But what I can do myself, I try to do as much by myself as possible because I enjoy that. I enjoy the woodworking. I let them do all the masonry stuff. I let them do all the heavy carrying. But what I was getting to, talking about my safety shoe here, those guys, what they do, that's what they wear when they're helping me up on the roof. Now I'll do all the stuff along the edge, standing on the scaffold as much as I could do there. I'm 64 years old. I am not climbing on that roof to the very top on a 34 degree slope that we have right here. If it were a 10% slope, I would have no problem even at my age doing that, but not on a 34. So those guys do, they're used to it. That's what they do. They're construction people. But what they do, they take their slippers off and leave it on the scaffold, and they use their feet because their feet it's more firm and can grab like the plywood and everything. They're more, and they go barefooted all the way to the top and do all the drilling.
Because they got those calluses. Because they go barefooted just about everywhere.
So their feet are all
right
calloused
at the
up.
top,
So
right in the
that's how they
top.
walk on coals, right? Hot coals and anything else doesn't matter.
I think that's like
Hawaii.
in India. They don't do that.
India and Hawaii.
That stuff here. No, they don't do that stuff here. But anyway, you see what they'll do. The one guy who's the specialist for the roof, he goes up there and he takes one arm and he grabs right there on the apex of the roof, one hand there, and he's got this other arm on this side drilling, doing the 6-inch screws, the deck screws that we're using to go into the rafter. So he's got, and that's what's holding him up in position up there.
Lon's on point today.
So I just want, it's not a one-man band. I have a lot of help where I need the help, but as much as I can, I try to do as much. I want to do as much of it as I can myself because I enjoy, especially woodworking. I really enjoy that.
Can't tell.
And there's 2 more episodes. Where you're at now, if you watch the one that I think went public yesterday, I have 2 more episodes that are in the queue. I have one that's in editing right now, which is the roof where we're at right now. But we weren't able to get the batten down. The batten is So Monday we're doing the batten. Tuesday the roof team comes out here. They came out here yesterday, Saturday, and I wanted a warm fuzzy about some of the ways that I plan on putting the batten down, and they came out and they said, "Oh, everything you did is perfect. We'll have a really easy job of putting this roof together when we come in." But I don't have a date yet when they're actually bringing the tile material and starting the installation. But I'm expecting that to be done the end by the end of next week. Then after that's done, all the scaffolding is gone. We tear down all the scaffolding, and everything is ground level
Great.
stuff that'll be done. So and that's exciting because that's a lot of finishing stuff, electrical and finishing. So that's going to be fun.
So how's the build going across the street? Are they digging the hole yet?
Well, let me see. I might have a video. So keep chatting and let me see, because what I did was,
Alrighty.
yeah, I'm starting to archive some of the footage, because since they're in the beginning, and this is pre-construction is what they're doing now. When I say pre-construction, we authorize. I'm on the board of directors here for the subdivision, and what we've done to facilitate builders and homeowners, because you can't build until you get the permits. You can't do any building until you get the permits from the city. So what we've done to accommodate and get them ahead of schedule a little bit to help them out is we give them the approval to do we call pre-construction, and that's like leveling the earth, doing the excavation, doing the digging for where the beams and the footers will be going. If they're doing like what's happening across the street over here, you saw last week, I showed you where it's cut out in the back where the excavator actually flipped over. Yeah. Oh, you missed that, Adrian. I don't know if you saw last week's art show, but
No,
I showed him.
I didn't.
Yeah, there's a challenge on the properties across the street from us, because it's like flat, and it's a real big drop down the way that the property was developed over there. And for people who have a really interesting architectural design, like if you have a basement, or if you want to keep dropping down tier for a backyard platform or something like that, it's really unique and very nice. It's very attractive, but not so good for an excavator with an unexperienced driver, which is what happened. What happened was he went back there, and common sense to me would have said, if I'm going, and here's the grade, and then it drops down just like this around the back. And if you're going down here where it drops down and you're in the excavator, you should take your bucket and swing it to the opposite side to give you counterbalance weight, right? So that you don't tumble. You don't tumble. And what this operator did when he went down there, he did the opposite thing. He took his bucket and he went on the opposite side, which when he went down there at an angle with the backfill softer soil, it just, the whole thing just flipped upside down. As a matter of fact, yesterday they were tearing the rest of the cab that got crushed on there. They pulled all of that stuff off there yesterday. But let me see if I can I'll show you what the back of Gerard and Steve's lot looks like. It's gonna be part of an upcoming video during their build season. So keep talking while I'm looking for this.
Nobody's saying nothing.
Nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, okay.
But Jim, still hurry up.
Indisposed.
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm looking. Oh, here it is.
So tomorrow, when I fly with the flight club, I think we're gonna be down at the Platte River, and boy, that is gonna be some really beautiful cinematography down there. We'll fly down real low over the water, and hopefully we might see some ducks and might see a beaver or two down there. Because where was I? Oh, I know. About a month ago, I was looking for some spots to fish on Clear Creek, and Clear Creek goes under this street, and it looked like there was a dam area, and it looked like a good fishing spot. So I'm trying to find a spot to get down there, and I found a tree that had been felled by a beaver. I mean, it was just munched down to a point, and you see all these shavings at the base of the tree, and the tree knocked over. And
Well, Art, I'm trying to share this. It worked last week. Remember, I gave you, and
yeah,
you opened it
yeah,
up on
go
yours.
ahead,
But
put it
what it
in
said? No, what
share,
it
and I'll
said this
put it on the
time.
screen.
This is what it said. Your browser is having trouble sharing your video. This can happen if the file is invalid. Contact us if you need help. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try doing a screen share instead of a video share.
Okay.
Let's see if it will.
Yeah,
let's
do
see
a
if it will. Okay. Let me know if you
Alrighty.
see this. You see this?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to hit play.
There you
Okay.
go.
So this is the lot across the street. This is what
Oh.
they're doing right.
What
So
are
this
they
will be the
building?
beginning. They're actually excavating the back. So the big hole you see there on the left, that is actually going to be the cistern and the swimming pool that hangs off the back of the house of Gerard and V's property right there. And the
Ooh,
wall you
cool.
see back there, the concrete hollow block wall you see to the back, that's a security perimeter wall, and it drops down really low behind it. That goes down to a creek all the way at the bottom. I don't know, maybe like 30 feet down from there.
Wow.
So this is where they're at right now. This will be kind of like the opening of the video series episodes when we start covering the two properties over there. They asked us to cover their build with the YouTube audience. So all this is just digging. They're just doing lots and lots of digging. I think they already got their permits, so I think they can actually start. But everything. Okay, so there you go.
That looks very expensive.
So, well, I think the additional costs involved with building something like that is shoring up that soil in the back, because a lot of that's backfill. The developer put backfill inside there. They also got some backfill from some of the other properties that by another contractor was building, and there was some kind of arrangement. Some of that soil went over there, so they got a lot of backfill. As you know, backfill is unstable. So what they have to do to make all of that stable is to.
Oh, I love lumpia. That's one of my favorite. Next to turin, but not dragon fruit.
So Adrian, what you were saying about expenses, it's going to be a little bit more of an expense, because what they have to do, they have to put a safety retaining wall inside the wall that's on the outside, because there's a lot of backfill inside there.
Okay.
With a different type of footer inside there that will provide support, so they can fill that in, and then they'll have a backyard at different levels back there, and that'll also provide support for the cistern, the swimming pool, and that leads up into the actual house portion of it. So they have to work, in this case, they have to work from the back to the front, where normally you would start, the very first thing you would do, you start with your house. You start with the footers and the beams and everything like that. But because of this situation, they have to work from the back to the front. But it's going to be when it's done, it's going to be really unique and really beautiful. Oh, dragon fruit! Oh, dragon fruit! I had to, when you did your video on the dragon fruit the other day. I knew you weren't going to have a sweet dragon fruit. Looking at the outside, the flesh color of
looked all faded.
Fruit, I knew it was going. It wasn't right. What they did is they picked it before it should have been picked. It depends on where it came from. So if that was imported from like
Ecuador
or Ecuador, okay. So if it was done like that, what they did was they picked it very early to survive the transportation, the amount of time it's going to sit on the shelf before you get it. So it shouldn't. You see the stuff we have here.
Right, that is
red.
Oh, I can't wait till I get there, James.
Yeah.
I'm expecting some dragon fruit ice cream when I get there.
I felt so bad for you when you peeled that and you opened, and I knew. I said, I know, because even the white one on the inside, the white is actually my two favorites are the white and the reddish purplish one, which is what we have here. I want to get one of the white varieties, because the white varieties, it has a little bit different of a taste. It's sweet, but it's not
Yeah.
overly sweet, and it has an
Mhm.
effervescent kind of a taste to it. It's kind of bubbly when you bite into it. So the sweet and the
Right,
bubbly
right.
thing, it's really good. But when I saw yours, I said, I
thought
know,
it
I
looked a
already
little
know ahead of
peaked. I wasn't
time.
sure why the color looked kind of faded. That's why, though. Now I get it.
Yeah, I knew. They're here. We're gonna get rain today. That's what the flies are. They always come in the morning before they know there's gonna be rain. They are more accurate than the weatherman is here. The insects around this place. So I'll hook you up, man. When you come, I'll hook you up with some. Even if they are not blooming when you're here, I will save some in the freezer for you.
Awesome.
They'll stay good forever in the freezer because we're still pulling them out of the freezer with the vanilla ice cream, and they're really good.
I was talking to Christopher when maybe your new neighbor down the street. He's talking about coming in February, and that was about when I was thinking about going. But we're waiting until
It's the Holt,
they
right?
stop.
Holt? Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris Holt.
coach. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything because we get all the requests for people who are doing home building here. They have to come through us, and then we forward them to the engineer. I haven't seen anything yet from those guys, so I haven't seen any
Right.
plans or anything. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know when
think
they're
he's
planning on doing
still got a few years before he retired. Yeah.
Well, it's good. This is going to be this corner of of our subdivision here. It's going to be a really neat area. I really like this because we have two phases here, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is all flat, totally flat.
Hey, Johnny.
Everything is flat. Over here in phase 2, we have lots
Johnny's
of
in the
hilly,
house.
rolling hills. You've seen it from the videos. Well, you just
Right.
saw the back of the lot over there over at Gerard and V's. I like phase 2. I like hills. It reminds me, like California. It reminds me of some really unique.
Denver has a bunch of
topography.
hills,
Punch the clock.
which is a pain in the butt in the wintertime because
Punch the clock. Not punch the microphone.
when it snows, getting up those steep hills, boy, it's a pain in the butt.
Did my audio just disappear?
I think you're okay.
No?
I mean, okay, because something weird happened. I got to disable this. I never use it, and I'm not going to use the word because I think if I say the word like the A word on the Mac, it's the S word. It's I think it's the SIRI.
Oh yeah, her.
And it just popped up while I was sitting here, and it cut you guys out 100%. And it's annoying because I never use it on this device.
Yeah, you'll have that with Mac. There's this thing called, it begins with a C with Windows 10 Core anyway. Yeah, you can disable.
Yeah.
You can just disable it. So that was like one of the first things I did was basically, cut it off at the knees.
Oh crap. So
can you disable it though? You should be able to, James. Can't you disable it, James?
I clicked. Well, yeah, well that's what I just now tried to do.
Yeah, you should be able to disable her.
I
would think you could.
Little thing up when I clicked on it, that thing took over all the audio. It took over all.
Are we boring you, Adrian?
No, you're
putting
not.
them to sleep.
I'm just over here. I was building a thumbnail, and making something like that is a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I just signed up to make payments on my new orange truck. That's what I was doing. I was kind of indisposed for a little bit.
How you doing, Johnny John Flyer? Now,
my Autel orange truck.
I got a question for you. Before your orange school bus that you're talking about right now, what was the other one you had before? Was that a Chevy, like one of those Colorado?
It was a Colorado, yeah. It's actually this is another Colorado crew cab. This is 4-wheel drive also, but this is a ZR2 Bison, so it's like
okay,
overkill.
So I thought you were gonna buy one of those brand, the new style.
Thank God I didn't. Yeah, I'm not a Ford guy. I canceled that order.
Oh, you did? Okay, okay.
Yeah, I almost did. They're cool, but they're just. This is what I really wanted anyway. But I planned on buying one of these. I just didn't plan on buying it this way.
I used to own a 1996 Ford Ranger Splash
Yeah, they
Sports.
were cool. The
Another
new
little,
Ranger's nice.
little step thing. Them things were cool, but for a while they only had the 2 door or the king cab, with the little suicide little door. So I didn't even know that they were gonna come up with a new 4 door Ranger.
The new
I didn't
Ranger
see
is
that coming.
sweet. Yeah, that thing's nice. It's really nice.
I
They
test drove one of those and I beg to differ. I think they're a piece of junk.
really
Yes.
they're really good off road. I watched a comparison between, well, not the Bison, but the conventional, the ZR2 versus the Ranger. Not the Raptor that comes out in the States, I guess, in the spring, but the next one down, and that thing's pretty formidable off road. It went through the soup without any problem. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But
In
think
fact, those
about
guys,
it.
I can't remember the YouTube channel, but they're using drone footage. They have a action cam outside the trucks. They
Oh
have
yeah.
they have a cab camera. I mean, it's really well produced. It's nice. These guys are doing really
Well,
good work.
They're gonna make the video look cool to get you to buy the damn truck,
But
Chuck.
these guys don't work for Ford or Chevy or anything. They're
I
just
understand.
enthusiasts. It's cool. Cool videos.
Well, Ford is big here in the Philippines.
Yeah, they are.
As far as
Ford's
as
bigger,
far
I
as
think.
truck,
They're big in Europe and Asia too.
yeah.
Like
As
Keith at
far
the
as
K Spot has a Ranger.
Yeah, as far as
Yeah.
trucks go, they're number 2 in the Philippines, only second to Toyota. Toyota's the number
Toyotas
one.
are very popular in the Middle East.
Oh, everywhere. They are
They're
everywhere
popular
around
everywhere.
the world. Yeah, everywhere. Well, I know where you're
That's
going.
what I
Like,
have.
oh
I
man,
I'm a
have the
Chevy dude
Camry.
through. I'm a
my
Chevy guy
goodness,
through and through, though.
damn.
I bleed blue.
Well, I
Blue
had
bow
a Chevy
ties.
too until my Cavalier pumped out on me.
Cavalier.
Seems
But
like you get up to 125,000 miles and then it goes. That's,
Yeah.
well, you know
so
what?
I've
What
got
amazed me about Ford?
my Camry has almost 220,000 miles.
Yeah,
It's not really fair to
I got
put
like
a
no
Cavalier
miles.
in the same classification as a modern anything. But
I think I got like
yeah.
hardly no miles on my Toyota. It's I bought it when we started the build here, 2017. I bought it in April 2017, so it's like 5 years old, almost 4 or 5 years old.
Wait,
And
you
it's
got
still
what,
it only got
1,000 miles on it?
about 10,000 miles. I got about
Oh.
10,000 miles. In the since the
all those
pandemic,
short trips, right? But 15 brake jobs are probably 15 brake jobs.
since the pandemic, and almost what, a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I've only put
stop and go. Done.
I've only put one tank of fuel in it.
Yeah,
One tank of fuel
exactly.
in it.
So you're all stop and go short trips and stuff, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's like
That's tough on a vehicle. Really tough on
yeah.
them.
Well, and it's diesel, but we have so many power outages here. We have so many brownouts, and we use the truck for backup for if we have to charge batteries and things like that. We have those inverters that will go 12 volts to 240 volts, and we can plug things in around here.
Yeah.
So even when because we would go for a full month without going into tech, because everything's delivered to us. All of our food, all of our groceries, all of our things we need for the build, everything is delivered. So we've been. That's why we haven't had to buy fuel. But the engine runs, so so I'm not worried about the engine.
Oh,
It's,
thank you,
Jim,
Metro Drones. Okay,
Oh, nice.
we gotta
the fuel is
go.
probably-
All right, here we go.
Do it.
Why isn't that working?
Don't hit the baby.
Nope.
Don't hit the baby.
Hey, Bill Metro Jones, how you doing, buddy?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
don't
Jim.
hit the baby. Yeah, don't hit the whiny
I'm
baby.
directing
again,
this to
please.
Jim, who was saying about the nice Metro drone.
There's
Nice
the
one.
train.
That's the engine.
Let's start
Jim-
the train. Let's get the train going.
Jim was saying great trucks for the super high fuel price. Well, dude, I used to have a Commander with a Hemi in it and drove
Thank you
85
very
miles
much,
round
Bill.
trip and got 13 miles per gallon at $4 a gallon. So
Yeah,
bring it. I'm not driving that far anymore, and I'm getting much better mileage. So whatever.
well, most
Whatever.
vehicles here most people here's your diesel. I told you before, diesel in the Philippines
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
opposite of the cost comparison of diesel in the U.S. And in the U.S. years and years ago, diesel was cheaper than gasoline.
It should have been. It's less
in the
refined,
U.S.
right?
But
It's
now diesel is a higher per gallon in the U.S. than if I remember since when I left back.
It sounds like a
in
supply and
2017, diesel was higher.
demand thing, though. Is it art? Is it
but
supply
over
and demand
here-
It
versus?
could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Is
think
this a
I think it
tomorrow
has to
night
do with
thing?
OPEC. I think it has to do with OPEC and manipulating the
Oh,
market.
or tomorrow night.
and-
It
I
just
think
you
it's
said the
a
magic
Biden
4-letter
thing.
word. It went to
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's for your tomorrow. That's for your
Look at
tomorrow show.
Art.
Yeah. But when I bought my one tank full a year ago, it was only 25 pesos per liter. Now it's 54 pesos per liter. It's over doubled.
Yeah.
in
I'm with
the
Lon on
price
this
of
one.
here.
I just close my eyes and juice up the vehicle and go.
So
So,
what's the price?
James,
what's the price
it
now
looks
per
like
gallon?
Pacquiao's going to be
in
running
New
for
York State?
president.
What?
Hold on, Art. I want to hear what I want to check the answer. What's the price of gas in the U.S.
For
right now?
for 87
Average.
octane, 10% ethanol. It's New York in Central New York is pushing $4 a gallon. We're up
that's
380
about- okay.
something.
Yeah, so that's real close.
Yeah.
It's about the same price right now. It's about usually in the Philippines. In the 5 years that I've been here, the price of fuel in the Philippines has been higher than the U.S. considerably. Probably, I don't know, about $1 a gallon. I would say higher
Ouch.
than in the U.S. But that's about what we're paying right now. What you're paying right there, I think it's about what we're paying right now.
8 miles per gallon. Now that does hurt. That sounds like a freaking old Hummer or something. Remember those big old Hummers? They got about 8 miles per gallon. You might have driven one, James. You probably drove one when you were in the military. You probably drove a Hummer.
A Hummer?
The big
Oh,
ones.
I didn't drive, but I was a passenger in Hummers many
Legitimate. The
many,
legitimate
many
one.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger
MAT.
owned for a while.
MATVs, Hummers, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, don't worry about fuel economy with those things. They just have to be able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I think of like pirouette on 3 wheels, right? Three tires. The fourth one didn't really count. It just could just balance on 3. Pretty amazing stuff.
You could the way you can shoot them out and you can still ride on the tires. They
run
You're able
flats.
to get to you can get to your destination. They do weird stuff. With
They had a
design
tire
on
pressure
those.
control system or something on something wild.
They do. Yeah.
Art, we're
I
off topic, aren't
really
we?
didn't deal much with
Way off
with
topic.
with the Humvees. I didn't really deal with those too much.
Welcome to
main-
ArtCo Drones and Automobile.
4 wheels.
up armored vehicles.
Quads and quad wheeled. Quad
Yeah,
props, quad wheels.
My specialty, what we worked on, our platform was on an MATV, and that's the big with the 50 cal on the top rotating around. That's what we had.
Oh, nice.
That's what I'm familiar with.
I need one of those on top of my truck for annoying drivers.
Yeah, you need those for different places like in New York.
I needed
Oh,
to
thank
take-
you, Johnny.
I needed somebody manning
Thank
one
you
of
very
those on
much,
top of my
Johnny.
last truck, and maybe I could have stopped her before she freaking tried to kill me.
Well, we don't want to give anybody any ideas. That's for Art's tomorrow.
Let's
show.
get
Okay,
that
that's
train
tomorrow.
going.
That's for tomorrow. I almost knocked my microphone over with the fake machine gun stuff. Yeah.
Thank
Cha-ching.
you, Johnny D.
How are we doing on attendance?
Okay, carry on. What I was trying to say, James, so I see Manny Pacquiao is going to run for president.
Okay, I haven't been checking. Lately. It was my understanding that he was not. At first he was all in, but there's some weird stuff that's going on. I have to check. I have to check. the
Yeah,
news on what
that's
his-
what I've been hearing
But
from
I
my
know.
girlfriend.
But what I know 100% is Duterte is not running for re-election.
Well, he's only in the Philippines. You can only run for 1 term.
No, that's not true. No, it's like
No?
It's like 3 terms. It's like 3 terms. It's like yeah,
3
you can.
terms.
Yeah. So he
I
was.
thought it
I
was
don't.
1 6-year
Hold
term.
on. Hey Ness, how many terms
better
can
check.
the president run in the Philippines? How many times can you? 2? Not U.S., not U.S., the Philippines.
What?
Oh, she's like, well, you can't vote. You're not a Filipino anymore.
Well, I heard that.
It's more than one. It's more than one. It's more than one because they were expecting him to run again for a second term.
Well, I checked the other day, and he said, it said, I was looking at the list of candidates, and his name was there, and it sounded like he was going to run, then he wasn't going to run, and who knows.
Yeah.
But another candidate, you'll probably recognize the last name, Bongbong Marcos.
Well,
I believe he's a senator as well, or rep.
Well, I don't want to get into politics.
Well, I'm just talking not U.S., but
yeah, especially
I need water.
Yeah, especially with me living here, and I'm out, and this is not a political thing right now, so I won't get into
All
that.
right.
But I will just
enough.
tell you what I've seen in the news. I know originally people were trying, and Pacquiao actually wanted to run. Then I heard something that he was not running, but I definitely know that Duterte is not. It was a big announcement. There was a big announcement about 2 weeks ago or something like that, and his announcement was his public statement to the news media was he's not running for a second term, and it had to do, and I think it had something to do with health reasons. There was a problem. There was some type of health. At least that's what the publicized response was to why he's not running.
Hey, now, Chicken Guy 15, all the way from the Philippines. Now I saw your friend. What was it? Something Street 59 or 58. Steel Man.
Steelman here? Yeah, okay. I didn't.
Yeah, I saw him in the
comments inside there.
Chat.
So Chicken Guy, that's a new name. I think that's the first.
Yeah, he's from the Philippines.
Yeah, what part of the Philippines is he in? He's an expat.
Don't know. Chicken Guy, what part of the Philippines are you from? Well, I know Margie, she's from Luzon, and Seth is also from Luzon.
And that's my neck of the neighborhood here.
So how's the weather been down there in your neck of the woods?
Wet. This is rainy season. Wet every day. Every day we get rain. This morning it's the same. Remember I told you it's like Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. That all through the year.
I've got you, babe. Oh, sorry.
We have literally, even though they say we have summer.
Chicken Guy's from Mindanao.
Oh, okay.
Are you from Davao City?
Sorry. You said Chicken Guy. Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Art.
Art going.
Hey, Art, Chuck, James, everybody in the chat.
All right, Adrian.
You gotta go get ready for
your show going.
Yes, sir.
Have a good show. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You
Peace
too.
out, man.
You take care. I think we're talking too much Philippines for Adrian.
He has a show starting up in like 12 minutes.
Yeah,
so
about 10.
He's got to get everything geared up. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes as planned when you fire up everything. How many times, Art, have I come on and I'm like, I can't hear you.
Right. This is my relaxing day. Sunday is my only relaxing day. I work Monday through Saturday with this project. And what's really funny, and it's almost so funny sometimes that it's not funny. It's I get comments, and it's very few. You know, like you always have your little troll there somewhere in the background doing something on. I notice even you have like when you open up your thing, you know, you got like 10
before you even get going, you have a thumbs
down. You get one thumbs down. So you got somebody who's just, and it's, you know, it's
whatever.
It's normal. It's normal. Yeah, it's normal, and you always have that guy. You always have that guy.
Or guys, or girls, whatever. Yeah. Lori got really mad. She saw one on one of our videos. She got really mad. She's like, how could anybody do that? It's like they can do whatever they want. But, Art, you said it before. I thought YouTube was considering dropping the thumbs down, which makes sense to me, really.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that for years. I've heard that they've been considering that, but since they haven't done it in years and you've been here for so long, I don't think they're going to. I think Facebook only has thumbs up, right? They don't have thumbs down, right, on Facebook.
It used to be that way. Now they have both, right? Didn't they add the dislike like a few years back, Art? Wasn't that an addition?
Yeah, I've got 4 thumbs down so far.
All right, you're doing great. That's your superstar. That means you're a superstar.
Yep. Well, you got to look at the number. You got to look at the numbers. If
can't
you
please
have,
all the people
and
all
don't
the time,
don't even let those things bother. Don't let that stuff bother you.
I want to believe.
If you get 100 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down or something like that, the numbers stand for itself. Yeah, you just have. It's one of those kind of things that you just have. There are people out there that they're just angry about something. There's something going on inside their lives, and they feel that that's their only power that they have, and it makes them feel good when they do. That makes them feel good. So I look at it like that. Well, if it makes them feel good, then you're good. More power to you. But it's got nothing to do with the quality of your content or your personality or anything like that. It's just that there are people like that out there. So don't let it get you down.
I know we've talked about it before. Art and I have talked about it. I think you have too. Where basically, if YouTube sees a thumbs down, they probably treat it as, oh, that's interest.
Yeah.
No, the only reason, and we have talked about it before. The only thing that the thumbs up and the thumbs down do for you has to do with
guys from the guy in the oral. Yeah, okay. I know where that is. I've got some Facebook friends that live there.
Oh, okay.
It's on the northeast shore. I think it's closest to the island of Negros, where Dumaguete is.
Yeah. Ooh, aeronautical
engineering. It's where Bud Brown lives.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Bud in a while. Bud sometimes Bud emails me, and sometimes we do. When I was doing live streaming, I always invite Bud onto. I like his channel. I like Bud because he adds a taste of comedy that he integrates into his channel that nobody else really does. Some of the animations that he does, he takes the time to do these and his theme is very simple. It's his everyday life and his rented house that he has down there, and his little trips into town, things that he does with his wife. Very, very simple, but I find it interesting. There's another channel, and what I want to do is I want to at some point. This guy is so cool. Let me see. Let me open up my other.
Oh, not Rike.
But he gets no views. No. I
do sexy for my.
Oh, how about Ned? He's Philippine Dream. Yeah.
I stay. And it's their thing. But I tend to stay away from. Expat vloggers that come over here. And they kind of exploit. They kind of exploit things, and I need not go any further inside that.
Right.
Because we're like reality here. When we do our channel is this somebody. I moved here. This is your day-to-day struggles of living inside the Philippines. If you want to be part of the community, you got these other folks that come over, and again, it's their thing. We have the freedom to do whatever we want to within certain context of ethics and morality, but there's no intention for some of these people to come over here and become part of the society, contribute to the culture, build a home over here, do family life, do community, be part of the community. And for me, that's just not my thing. And again, that's what certain people do over here. But our I enjoy going to people's sites who have built the house over here.
Yeah.
They're and that's real. That's real inside there. The theme that they have is, this is how I'm integrating into another culture, and I really like that. And there's I'll tell you, the guy's name is Barry. He has a channel called Barry in the PI. And he's one of my subscribers, but he doesn't get very many views. I watch him religiously. Every video that he posts, he only gets, like, when he opens it up, he'll have it for a week, and he'll only have like 15 views. There's only like 15 people that watch him. But the guy is from Texas, and he is one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. So if the folks here, if they get a chance to check out Barry's channel, please do. He's up in Cavite. He lives up in Cavite. They bought a property, and he really likes gardening. And I know one of the things about our channel that people love so much is gardening. And you should see some of the stuff that he's done inside of his yard. He doesn't get out much because he's a little bit older than me. But he's actually been doing more traveling lately than I have. I don't travel anywhere, but he's gone down to Taal, down to Tagaytay from Cavite, which is it's a totally different route going from Cavite to Tagaytay than from here. He's north of that area. We're south of that area.
Right.
But if you get a chance, Barry in the PI.
Barry in the PI.
Yeah, check out his channel and just listen to it. He has a Texas accent. And some of the stuff that he talks about it cracks me up, and it makes me feel good. And so those are the kind of channels I frequent. Right. Your channel, I like your channel because it's like reality TV when I watch it. I like, I'm not kissing up, but Chuck, I like Chuck's stuff because it's totally different from yours. His travelogue stuff, it makes me feel good when I watch his stuff with the way he does with the music and the cinematography. I relax. It makes me feel nice and relaxed. Now, we were talking earlier about other vloggers here inside the Philippines. Their main theme is drama. It's conflict and stuff like that. And one of the reasons I kind of moved to the Philippines, and I love my country, the U.S., but there's a lot of drama going on inside the U.S. these days. A lot of drama. And I don't really get so much of that over here, so that's why it's kind of relaxing over here. 2-term limit, yeah. 2-term limit.
Yeah.
I know it aligns. It aligns very similar to the U.S. A lot of the politics, a lot of the laws over here, a lot of the policies.
Yep. Even their constitution is
very similar
on
to
our constitution.
Yeah. Our HOA is almost identical. It was like all that they did was they copy and pasted. Hey, Gerard. Good to see you, man. Hey,
Gerard.
A lot of stuff going on your site across the street. You probably saw a lot of stuff.
He's going to be in the Philippines next week.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I think he flies out at the end of October. He's got 1 more week to go. Then he has to do
my friend Dante Fabian. He's almost my brother-in-law. He's back home now, but he had to quarantine for 10 days before he gets go home.
You still have to do that. Even Gerard and V will have to quarantine. I think they have a 10-day.
Well, I gotta wait until that's done because I just can't go over and burn up 10 days of my vacation.
Well, that's what Ness and I were talking about this morning. I get so many comments from people on my channel about, I want to come to the Philippines. I used to travel once a year. I used to visit the Philippines.
Hey, Dean.
And they talked about one person said, which I think was inaccurate. They said, from my understanding, you can't travel. And they stopped tourism coming into the Philippines, which I don't think they've done anything like that now. No. There were some blocks at certain time. We had some lockdowns and all, but you have to follow the quarantines that they have over here, which is what Gerard and V will be doing. It's like 10 days. And I told Ness, I said, most people
can't do it.
Most people don't. their
That's all your
vacation is
vacation
like 2
time.
weeks.
That's
It's like 2
that's all
weeks,
2 weeks of
they're not
vacation,
going
just
to
the
spend
quarantine
10.
part.
Yeah.
You're not going to spend. And the other one is when you come over for the tent. If I think the last guidance that I saw, it's 10 days. You're locked down in a. It has to be approved by the government hotel that you do
Ha!
for
Money grab.
quarantine. Then you have 4 days after, because it used to be 14 days you had to stay in the hotel.
Yeah.
Now it's 10 days, and then 4 days you have to do personal lockdown inside your own home, wherever you're going to. So that's your 2 weeks right there, and I think that's still consistent with the rules over here. So it'll be a while. It'll be a while before the tourism picks back up to normal over here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm itching to see my girlfriend. I mean, we've been talking for over 2 years. I haven't met her yet. Yeah. This is Christopher's wife's cousin.
Has she been here? Has she been here to visit the lot and everything like that? Your girlfriend?
No, she hasn't. I don't think. You know what?
Night gems.
No, she hasn't been up there yet. She's spent most of her time down in Mindanao. She lives in Zamboanga del Norte.
Zamboanga. Ooh.
Yeah. But it's Zamboanga City is a pretty safe city. It's just when you get out into the province in certain areas where you have a large Muslim population, you might have problems.
Well, that's when we were talking about earlier about who's going to be, because the president of the Philippines sets the standards, sets the basis for basically security inside the Philippines, and whether you are in line or not in line with the policies of Duterte's administration inside here. Again, it's a political kind of a thing, but the thing when it comes to security, I believe the Philippines has been a more secure place under the current administration, due to the firmness of of his. Again, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or disagree with how he handles these things, that's for your other channel, or another time.
The other channel.
So it's always a concern. It's always a concern for expats who move into the Philippines. What type of an administration is going to be the new administration? Are they going to be firm? Are they going to be strict? Because I will tell you, I didn't live in the Philippines before we moved here. I visited the Philippines before, and I know there is a difference between when I was here in 2000 and then in the current time period right here. There was an extreme problem with drug addiction over here, with theft, with the problem areas, and currently a lot of that there's still problems, but not to the extent that it was back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. So we're always concerned with how is the next administration policy going to be consistent with keeping us safe inside here. So we'll keep a close eye on that.
Right. All right. Good night, Jim Wallace. Good to see you. And Jim's droning. Okay.
He took off too.
We're holding at 17 right now, so. So here in Denver area, it's been dry. Normally, October we get 4 inches of snow, and we haven't had any yet. We've had a couple frosts. That's about it.
We got a little frosty last night for a short period of time. Then it warmed up again. It was wild. I heard my anti-frost system light up last night to protect Lori's flowers from death. Woke me up. So I irrigate. The irrigation system comes on when it goes below 40 degrees. Gets to 39 Fahrenheit, and the sprinklers spray for like 30 seconds and then turn off, and then they wait another 15 minutes and do it again if it's still below 40.
Well,
but above
I
32.
think we had a cold. We had a cold spell here last night. I was under the sheets last night. I think we were down to 78 last night. Yeah.
78.
So
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was I had to turn the ceiling fan off. I had to get up underneath the sheets.
It's 46 here right now. 46 Fahrenheit.
Let me see what it says on my. I got UAV weather. That's fairly accurate, but I've got a weather app. Okay, what does it say?
I got to apologize. I got to apologize to any of the folks that are, because we advertise in every
We're 59 degrees.
We advertise in our description block that we are a weather center here. We have a weather device here that does the broadcasting.
Yeah. Yep.
And we have that link inside there, but here.
You mean for AccuWeather?
The temperature is correct, but there it is right there.
Oh.
Can't see it. What?
You see it saying that?
Yep.
We had to take it down because it was where I had it before was where the raised bed garden was, and remember the typhoon took down the raised bed garden. That's what it was connected to in the center of the raised bed. So I haven't put it back up. I have a pole that's about 3 times the size of that bamboo pole that it's sitting on right now. I want to get it high because you get more accurate wind.
Yeah, Trevor, don't do that, man. Hard pass. I have more stuff to bolt on the truck tomorrow. I got to get my front mud guards on, maybe the backs.
Well, you could be up in Bajiao where they get
it's
fog
cold there. Yeah. Well, no, they get snow. They get snow up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're up at 5,000 feet.
Yeah,
that's about as high as Denver.
Well, I think that's the highest altitude in the Philippines is up in Baguio. Yeah.
The highest city in altitude. I think Pinatubo is what, 12,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was on our scope after Palawan. We were supposed to go up there because there's a history and a culture up in that area that's dynamic to that specific region.
Right.
They have a specific type of clothing that they wear. It's almost like a tribe is what they have up there. Of course, now everything's more modern, and most of the people that wear that type of outfit up there are mainly for tourism. They do that for the tourists that come into the area. But it's a desirable place if you're visiting the Philippines. You want to see the waterfalls. You want to see the tropical islands. Take the like when we were down in Palawan, all the trips to little islands that are off the main. But one of the places that you really need to go is Baguio, and we haven't gotten north of Manila in 5 years that we've been here. But we want to get up there, and we've put that off. We're putting off a lot of the travel until after everything starts calming. It's actually raining. I'm getting rain down right here.
Really?
Yeah. Move over here a little bit more. Yeah, it's drizzling. Our awning covers to like right about here.
So you're good? Mac is okay?
Yeah, the Mac is good.
Well, one thing about the Philippines, kind of like the United States, is you've got so many places to go to.
Yeah. Well, we have over 7,000 islands here.
Yeah.
Over 7,000. So it's gonna. I don't think in my lifetime I'll be able to visit all the islands around here. And a lot of the islands aren't even inhabited, too.
You got a lot of World War II history there as well.
That's true. And when we went to Palawan, that was actually one of the places. And if you look at our Palawan video, we stopped at the place where there were POWs in the area and they actually tunneled. They found this tunnel to go from where they were at and to get to the open water. But I think most of them were killed by the Japanese there when they were doing this tunneling, getting it out. But there were some survivors. And we posted that information in our Palawan. That's actually, if the folks here, I don't know if the folks here that are in the comment section, if they had an opportunity to look at our Palawan, that's actually some really good. It's a series of about 3 or 5 videos. That's a really interesting, and that happened pre-major pandemic. The like March or April of the year that all this stuff started.
Right. Yep. Well, my girlfriend has relatives over there on Palawan. So now I've got another reason to go there.
That is a beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful. We went down to, or we went up to El Nido.
El Nido, yep.
And that area is really nice. It's like untouched. All that area. It's really, really beautiful. As a matter of fact, they have laws and policies and all that are monitored, very strict. When you take all these, they take the tourists out to these little islands that are offshore from Palawan itself, and they monitor the beaches, make sure there's no trash on the beaches.
Right.
When you take your stuff off the boat, you picnic there, your tables and everything, you carry all your tables back on.
Carry all your
because it's if they violate any of that, then their business they don't have the business license. So
they don't want it to end up like Boracay.
That's right.
That used to be like a party town, and then it just got really trashy, and then they closed it down for like 6 months, cleaned it up. Now they don't allow any restaurants on the beach. They have to be off the beach. And
see what Sean wrote? Yeah.
No, Sean. You know, when you get to my age, you just sit there and go, yeah, I haven't seen those before. I mean,
well, it's been a while.
Really, it's like you're spending. Oh, I like spending $7 for a Coke. No, I think once I got into my 40s, I lost all interest in Gentlemen's Club.
Internet's cheaper. You can wear your goggles.
Staying in there, you're coming out. Staying in there, Mama. All right.
Oh, he's switching over to headphones. Oh, I guess the batteries are dying on his headphones.
Yeah, well, you'll have that. Fruity technology. I'm just teasing. We got a little echo while James is straightening out his audio.
Yeah, I don't know. You remember I did the AirPods. Remember I told you I got a deal and they look authentic, but I don't know if these are authentic. They look authentic. I looked at
I think they have cheaper batteries in them.
I don't know how long do you think these are supposed to last? I mean the battery before.
I don't know. Some of the guys in the chat must have AirPods. They're pretty popular.
Well, I have a pair of. Well, they're by J-Labs that I wear at work, so I could listen to my my radio while I'm working, so I don't get bored to death.
How long do they run?
And every night I charge it up on when you charge your phone, you could it's got a USB where you plug in your cord. Yeah.
Those too. And this is just a cover.
Well, this one has its own USB cable that connects with the box, and you just plug that in. And then when I get to work, I pull it out, and it works all day for me.
Hold on. And the weird stuff going. I can't say anything because if I say anything, Chuck is gonna slam me about Mac products. So I'm not.
I'm not gonna say anything. It's really I'm totally kidding when I say that crap because like all this technology is great when it works, and I've banged my fist in disgust over all this Windows and Android crap many a time. So like, nah. No. And trust me, Keith gives me a hard time. The K-Spot guy, he gives me a hard time all the time. When I start busting on him, he has good rebuts when it comes to Windows.
I should have closed all this stuff. I got all this stuff open on my. That's probably.
There you go.
I'm on battery. I'm on battery. I'm down to 20%. That's usually That's usually an indicator.
On the laptop?
Can I? Yeah, on the laptop. I'm down.
I'm
on battery.
Can you use like a power brick? Could you use a power brick to like supplement, like plug in?
Well, I could plug it. I could plug in. I could plug into the barbecue station here has a plug, so I could plug into that.
There you go.
Don't usually.
But normally, my battery indicator is my indicator of how much I've been blabbing here on your channel.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna drop soon. It's like I'm getting.
So, but when it gets down to when it gives me that warning, that's when I know I have to go.
We're at
But I had so much fun with you guys on Sunday, so I just I don't worry. I don't
so
worry
Chuck,
about
you've been over to Scotland, and you've been sampling some of the scotch over there. What are your thoughts of you going from distillery to distillery? I mean,
my thoughts. We had some pretty good stuff.
Flavor. I mean, do they all taste the same? Does one have more of a caramel taste, or is it bitey? Is it more?
There are
spicy?
differences. We did a tasting in Edinburgh that was fun. Where we did different regions,
right?
And like the different regions have different properties. Like some are earthier, and some are just they're all a little different. But I haven't fine-tuned. I'm not a good Scotch connoisseur yet. I mean, the smoothness gets me more than anything. I'm okay with wine. I figured that out. Beer, but I'm still working on Scotch. But we definitely cut our teeth in Scotland. That was fun. And I did send some of the stuff I like the best. I sent home.
And it's like going to any of those. Like I went to like the Jim Beam. I went to all those different distilleries when I was in Kentucky and Tennessee. I went to all those. The thing is, after you've had a couple of those drinks, when you're sitting there, you can't taste anymore.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
And you're happy, and you're so happy by that point. Everything tastes good to you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like
they have you.
It's very difficult to be objective.
We went to Blair Athol, which was like that's the oldest distillery in Scotland. We went there, and they had us intentionally try the least aggressive stuff first, and then you work your way up, because they said if you drink the last one first, you won't taste anything else. I mean, they do serve them in an order where, you know, you do a dram of this, a dram of that, a dram of that. Yeah. It's like it's all done in a sensible manner.
Start you off with 80 proof and go on up.
And you get up the lighter fluid at the end, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I dump it in your gas tank and run. Yeah, you can run your car on that stuff.
I don't know, when you do the taste testing in distilleries, I think it's harder to be objective with discerning between the different whiskeys or the scotches than if you go to a vineyard that does the same thing, because it's really easy to taste the difference between grapes. And when they do the blends of the grapes and different wines, I think that's really easy as you're going along. You're doing stuff like that. But I think it's a little bit harder when you have harder alcohol, like you would have.
It cooks your taste buds quicker, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
But it was really fun though, because like the one in Edinburgh was just really neat. They actually showed us all the different regions. We have the scratch and sniff card where you can like smell the different regions, like the aromas and stuff.
Well, I gotta tell you,
that was cool.
I gotta tell you, Chuck, your video you did, I was a little disappointed. And when I say disappointed, it's a good thing for you, because that was the one where you took off in the plane. You really didn't give us Scotland yet. You gave us.
No, I know. We had to do it.
I was so excited to see you get off and you go into that first, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, he's getting off the plane. He's going through the airport. Okay, now he's going to go to his. Oh, in our next episode, you'll see, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Yeah. I know. I hated to do it.
Sell the sizzle.
Yeah.
The sizzle. Well, the first one, Lori really wanted to do I kind of did too. I wanted to get the. We'd never flown business class before, so that was pretty cool. But
well, you know, that was
we hit the ground running tomorrow though. Or
that business class was interesting because business class today is different
It's
from
changed.
because I used to fly business class all the time from South Korea to the U.S. for conferences when I was working over in South Korea, and it's usually a 747, and you're upstairs above in the very high area, and it's regular seats. They're just wider, more luxurious, and
Yeah,
you're
these are
treated a little
pods. It's
different.
really
But
cool.
those pods look so cool inside there. So
Yep.
Oh, the
is that
ones.
kind of,
Yeah, I could have shown the ones from the flight back. The flight back was a 787. This was a the flight over was a 777. The flight back was a 787. British Airways configures them different. The pods were more, well, they were like everything in the UK versus the US, smaller for whatever reason. Portions, people size, everything is smaller over there. So maybe their pods don't have to be as big, but it was the American size pods and American Airlines were epic, man. I mean, it was just like this huge office. I had like an office. It was
that's what it
great.
looked. Yeah.
It was super cool.
Oh, I
whole-
liked how it had like that compartment on the side.
That was a
and you had
game
your-
controller. Yeah, that's a game
I'm
controller
like,
that pops
oh,
out. I didn't pull it out.
cool.
Yeah, I should have pulled it out and showed everybody, and I didn't.
Yeah,
do
yeah. I think you could have spent a little bit more time on the pod.
Yeah,
showing
well,
some of the stuff.
it was kind of a half-ass thing, I guess. But
Because for me, that was brand new. That's new technology. We haven't flown in quite a while. I guess we'll fly. Well, even when we fly the next time,
I think
we're not.
Lori and
We're
I.
not. We can't afford business class, so we're just gonna.
Lori and I found out on the way back in that other plane with British Airways that we could chat to one another with the gaming keypads. They had like the QWERTY keyboard, and you can pick a passenger and you can write to them back and forth. So Lori and I were like, because we weren't sitting side by side on the way back because our original flight was canceled. They rebooked us and we were separated in business class. So we were like chatting one another. It's really cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think if I were flying business class, I would find it real because of the way I am, because of the way my mind works. I'd find it really difficult to sleep because normally, like for the flight, the flight from well, no, when I'm saying I feel like I'm cheating myself out of the
out of the amenities.
The amenities,
yeah,
out of the amenities, they're all
funny.
there for you, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna sleep this whole thing, and I just paid X amount of dollars extra for this to sleep.
It's funny you say that because one of my really good friends who's flown transatlantic a bunch of times, she said, Chuck, don't get taken in by the free movies. Sleep. Trust me. So I took her advice and I got about maybe almost 4 hours worth. And that definitely helped because, well, I'm the guy driving. And
bring blanket. Boy, I froze my butt off flying
They gave me a nice heavy. No, they give you in
Tokyo or to Beijing.
I had a full size pillow. I mean, like not the little crappy one they give you in coach. I had the freaking full size ass pillow, big old blankie.
Rub it in.
The seat went completely. The seat went completely flat. I mean, it turned into a bed. It was epic.
Art and I are in the back with the cattle car area back there, and you're talking about all these really neat events.
We've never flown this way before, but Lori told me, she says, yeah, we're not flying coach ever again, just so you know. Better just bankroll it, because that's how... I'm like, okay. But I told her, I said, you have to be reasonable, Lori. It's like, if the flight's more than like 3 or 4 hours, I agree with you. But, for a quickie up and downer, it's stupid money. No. Not necessary.
Yeah, well, you were lucky. You were gifted. We
were gifted.
So that we're good. And I think a lot of people use their points to do the upgrades and things like that. So I would find
doing it, you get more and more points.
Yeah, I think
we're already gold.
It's that's when I was working as a contractor. All my points just piled up like crazy. That's how I was able to book business class on a lot of them because I had so many points inside there. But now, when you only fly once every couple of years or something like that,
you lose all that stuff. It doesn't carry over, and but it was a really cool experience. But tomorrow, I say my tomorrow. What about 14 hours from now? The next video, we are properly in Scotland, and it's it's proper.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've
hold on a
done
second.
2.5 hours, and Chucky
I,
is got to get
I,
his beauty sleep
I
here.
need beauty
okay,
sleep.
let me answer Chicken Guy over here. He said, "Where's Palawan? Like Puerto Princesa?"
Yeah, where is it?
Well, Palawan is an island. It's island.
Yeah,
It's like I think
it's
if I
long
remember
and narrow.
correctly, it actually belongs, even though it's closer to Visayas than it is
Google
Luzon. I
Maps.
think it actually still belongs to Luzon, if I'm not mistaken. What's that? What? Yeah, but it belongs. It's part of Luzon, right? It's still part of Luzon. Yeah. So anyway, Palawan is an island. It's an island by itself
Yeah.
that's on the west coast, and it's really close to Visayas. But like I said, I think it still belongs to Luzon, if I'm not mistaken, in what you just said. But when you fly in, the airport, the big airport, is in Puerto Princesa, and Puerto Princesa has tourist stuff. That's where that's where the POW camp was inside
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we did.
Right.
So we traveled. They have these like the zoos are there. They
Right.
have you can do some of the little island hopping there. We did all that in our Palawan series,
Mm-hmm.
and then then when you go because Palawan is just the whole island. It's the big
Yeah,
thing.
it's a long,
Puerto,
narrow isle.
Puerto
Probably takes you
Princesa.
5 minutes to drive across, but a couple hours to drive
Yeah.
from north to
So
south.
when you go from Puerto Princesa, where you fly in the big airport there, actually you can fly up in El Nido. There's an airport up in that area. It's a small one, but it's a lot more expensive to fly into that one than it is to
Yeah.
Puerto Princesa. So what you would normally do in Puerto Princesa, you just catch a bus, or you catch a taxi or something like that from. And I explained the advantages of both in my video series, why you should choose one over the other. But it's quite a long drive. It's like at least like a 2-hour drive to go from Puerto Princesa up to El Nido, because it's like only one road. There's one
Mhm.
road that takes you up the coastline. You got to follow the coastline all along, because it's like a mountain in this. The island's like a mountain in the water out there, so you just follow it. So, but yeah, that answered Chicken Guy's question on it. But I highly recommend it. That's a great area for tourism, and a place that we'll be going back to in the future.
And if you're near Manila, go to Corregidor. Go visit there. And check out Intramuros, too. That's also pretty cool. Intramuros is the old part of Manila. It used to be Port Santiago. And there was a big battle there where the U.S. was fight and the Filipinos were trying to breach the walls at the Intramuros to get to the Japanese that were holed up there.
Art knows his history.
Yep. Yep. Art knows a
And then
lot of
there's
stuff.
a POW camp in
I might have to
Los
consult.
Baños too.
How are you with Scottish history, Art? I might need to consult you.
Not as fluent, but I know quite a bit about. I know about Hadrian's Wall that divides northern England from the Roman England, which was south of there, and
Art, I got that your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet. So I know it's time for me to depart before I depart abruptly without saying
okay.
goodbye to everybody.
All right. Well, yeah, it's about time to shut this
2.5
puppy
hours
down.
anyway.
So thanks for coming, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming to the show, and thank you for all the super chat. And Chuck, great seeing you again.
Likewise,
and,
thanks for having me as always. James, always nice to see you, man.
Same here. Popone says bye too.
I'm gonna queue up. Not that this will put me to sleep. I don't mean to say that, but I'm gonna queue up James' video and finally get caught up, because I was working on the truck earlier today and then editing, and I haven't given you proper time, so I gotta check this out. I see the sanding to start off with, and I had to pause it. I'm like 252, man. I clicked the like button. I'm 252. Not so bad for you.
Not so bad. As long as the likes are more than the
what are
dislikes.
You? Hold on, let's see. It's you have 8 dislikes and 252 likes.
Yeah.
I don't get the 8 downers, but
Well, you
I
know,
long for the. I would be happy with those numbers. Someday I'll have a video where I get 252 ups and 8 downs. That'd be great. So
if I get disconnected because of my battery, I apologize. So, but the I think the type of people that, some of the people that do that are the people that will they're the ones that just come onto the site. They'll see like a little crack or a little space between where the post connects to like the wall
That's
plate
a thumbs
or the
down.
private. And then what they'll do, they'll say, "Oh, that's not going to last. You're going to have a shear. You know, when you have an earthquake and you have columns in a house, but they're made of concrete, they have something that they use the term shear strength." And I'm like, this thing, as small as this is, it's all like one unit, and the way it's put together. And I emailed the guy, or not emailed him. In the comment section, I put back. I said, "Listen, guy, this thing has 184 of these."
I think you'll be all right.
5 1/4 inch Simpson strong tie that are made for hurricane. They're made for hurricanes. You know, that's what this was designed for.
You go jump.
That's coughing art.
I didn't have to reply back all these specifics. But sometimes when people make these comments inside, they're like, "Oh," like the guy that says, "Oh, you know, if this were, or what's the show, the Canadian guy that does the show, the DIY stuff,
This Old House.
What's the guy's name, the bearded guy?
Oh yeah, that's Bob Vila.
Bob Vila.
Yeah. One guy says to me, "You know, if Bob Vila would have been building your pavilion, he would have been done in 2 days."
Yeah, or it looked like that on TV.
Those are the guys.
Jerks.
Those are the ones that have to put it.
I got criticized on one of my few how-to videos. I was putting the new radio in the Corvette a year ago, and I got one today. The video's been out for like seriously a year and 3 months or something. Guy writes back, I said for bezel, I said bezel, I think, because one of my friends started saying that, so I said bezel. He says it's bezel, not beezle. I said, yeah, you sure?
Right,
you
Johnny.
say so, that's what you say. I was like, it's kind of like.
Did you say Beezle's juice? Beezle juice. Beezle juice.
Why waste your time commenting like that? Sometimes I say.
All right, guys, we gotta get going before James runs out of juice, and
he's almost out of juice.
It is. I'm gonna tell you any second now. I'm waiting because this is.
I know he's gonna go.
It's
gonna go like this. He's gonna go.
Good night, everybody.
Night, guys.
Okay, so
peace out, guys.
I'm gonna end it.
See you next
Bye.
Goodbye.